Welcome our next comic out here. Come on, Joleen.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want, 'cause your heart's made of gold, but don't wait till you're old.
Hi, everyone. Happy Friday, and welcome to the Married to Bravo podcast with Joleen and Nana. It's Friday night. We are here to talk all about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City's latest episode. But we're also here to celebrate Nana's birthday, which is tomorrow. So if you are joining us live, make sure you smash the like. If you're joining us later, smash the like. Let us know all your thoughts and hopes and dreams in the live chat. If you're watching later, please leave a comment. It helps us with the algorithm. And if you want to support the channel, you can do a membership here on YouTube. We just have one membership to choose from. We also have a super chat option. You can send during the live, and we'll highlight your comments. Otherwise, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/Joleen Lunzer. Now, I do want to say, if you guys are feeling so inclined and generous, I have pinned a link for me and Nana's favorite dog rescue, and it's Coco's Heart. So if you guys want to give in honor of Nana's birthday, please give to Coco's Heart Dog Rescue. That's where my brother and my sister-in-law and Lucy and Frankie adopted and rescued their dog, Keith, one of their dogs.
One of their dogs, yes.
So we like to support them, and I follow them on Facebook, and we've raised money for them before, and they help so many dogs. And they were saying coming up this weekend, they think they're going to have 300 dogs, and they really rescue them from awful circumstances, and they find them forever homes, and they clean them up, and they get them help. And I love that. I love that charity. And my sister-in-law introduced us to that.
Yes,
one.
she did.
So.
She's got a good heart for animals, as you do.
Yes, so Jamie B shared Coco's Heart Dog Rescue /org/donate.
That's wonderful.
And if you want to donate for Nana's birthday, that would be amazing.
I would love that. We got
our first super chat. Thank you, Wendy Lynn. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Nana,
thank you, Wendy Lynn.
How is it going? Tell us everything. It's almost your birthday.
Honey, as you get older, I don't know. I used to make such a big deal about it. Not that it's not a big deal to me, because like I always say, my folks did this, not me. They were real excited about my birthday and made a big deal about this, every year, especially my mom. So this year I just we had the kids overnight, and certainly they like to go. And then all you hear is, I'm bored.
I'm bored.
It's like, oh my God, we played Yahtzee, we colored, we did,
they're kids.
I know. We washed their hair, we played salon, they went in the tub. Frankie fell out of bed last night. Yeah, it's just.
Oh no, was this after you guys did your before bed ritual where you watched Mr. Mom?
We were watching Mr. Mom. He fell asleep and he says, Nana, you can turn it off now. I have to sleep. I said, okay. So I turned the TV off and we called Linda right before we went to bed, because he goes, this is the softest blanket I've ever felt. I could live on here for days. And so I says, call Linda and tell her that, because she bought me this beautiful blanket. I'm trying to remember what it's called.
Sure.
No, Minky.
Oh,
excuse me.
Fancy, like a faux fur, Nana.
It is the softest thing I've ever felt. That wasn't on a human. Loving the hat, Nana. Thank you. Look at what it says. I got this from my friend Jill and Mark. It says, California, here we come, and it's got Lucy and Desi and Ethel and Fred on there.
So cute. Yeah. Haru says Nana's going to a poetry slam. Yeah, Nana is about to go. She's got some poems to tell. I am Nana. I am 67 or 66. What does it matter? Numbers are nothing but mere numbers, squiggle letters, lines put together. I am Nana. There we go.
This is how much Lucy loved it, and I love this hat, and I
You
love
didn't even
Jill.
say anything for my poem. It was pretty good.
Thank you
I
so
am
much,
Nana.
Jolene.
All right.
But Lucy goes, I dare you to wear that to the airport.
Why are you gonna embarrass her? Is that what she said?
She didn't say it, but just the way she
Feel like
said it.
this isn't an I dare you hat. This is a Nana's gonna wear hat. It's cute. She's 7. She's 7. Happy 37th birthday, Jen Stein.
Oh,
And Linda says, my minky obsession. That's what your blanket's
that's
called.
it. It is. Linda oh my God, this is so fabulous. I just love it. Now, whose birthday was that? Did I miss? Jen Stein, happy birthday. Hers is today. We're almost birthday buddies. Yes, we are 37. Now, I'm sorry. Fabulous. 30s are fabulous. So 60s, well, get back to me on that one, but the 30s are fabulous. 60s are
shout
good.
out to Realification for the wonderful lights she sent me in the background here. I put those pink lights up.
Oh, I love them.
She
Yes.
sent me more curtain lights because I can't get enough. I literally can't get enough curtain lights. And I believe she also was the one I didn't get. They came together, so I think it was from Realification too. And if it's not, please tell me who you were who sent me these RBG little collar earrings. So Ruth Bader Ginsburg, you know, her little collar that she wore.
Oh my gosh,
They
the
have
little
these
lace collar.
Yes, they have these
Oh,
earrings and they're so cute. So thank you. And I know Nana got some birthday gifts. You want to thank some people. So go ahead, Nana.
can I do that?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Jill and Mark. I love this. Love, love, love it. Bonnie. Look at these. Now, I don't know if you can.
Maybe hold them up close to the camera, like higher. Okay. There you go.
Oh my God. What's it like in your world? Now, anyway.
So they're little votives.
They got the light in there like this.
And Nana's
What is wrong
favorite is
with
that
me that if
red.
I go this way.
Your favorite is that red pickup truck thing,
Yes,
right?
and there's 3 different ones of them. And this one's got the Christmas tree in it. I will never get used to this.
You were like, I'm going to get motion sickness.
I already did. Aren't these the cutest though? And they have the little birch trees in the back. I'm telling you, this is just adorable. And this is a kind of a blue one with a, okay, if I go this way.
Oh my gosh, Nana. That's so cute. I love
Aren't
that.
these darling? These are darling. Okay.
You like those vintage car truck with the Christmas.
just
What
love
would that
that.
be called? There's a name for it. It's like a not farmhouse, but like
Yeah, it's like a
farm
kind
Christmas-y.
of. Yeah. Now you see these in the back.
Yep.
Okay, I had 4 of them. Bonnie got me
Oh my
4 of
God.
them, and I got one
Damn,
behind
Bonnie.
me. And what it is she goes, I was disappointed with that. I go, Bonnie, I love it. Are you kidding me? You put a pillow inside. It's got a nice little hidden zipper underneath, and they're the covers. And I love them because when we got grandkids and even ourselves, if you're laying on them or something spills on them, you take them off, you throw them in the washer, and they wash up nice. So I am thrilled with those, Bonnie. Thank you. That is very generous. As you always are. And
let's
then
shout out Lola Loves for the super chat. Happy birthday, Nana, and love you, Joleen. You actually have the same B day as me. BTW Meredith is my fave on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Meredith was the star these last couple episodes, especially this episode, and we will talk all about that. So
you know what?
So much.
She said she likes Meredith though.
Yeah.
Did she say okay? All right, okay.
Lola Loves, thank you for the super chat.
Very nice. Thank you. Yeah, cat. Now this is from Evelyn. I just love this. This is so cute. This
your 2021 ornament.
Yes, and it's saying everything that's been happening. Year of the vaccine, help wanted, capital
insurrection.
Capital
insurrection.
No, Capital One, my bills due. No, Capital Riot.
Okay, so the insurrection.
Wonderful. Yeah. I don't know what those words are, honey. Insurrection.
That's okay.
Okay, it's all right by me too. I don't need to learn too much more. And isn't this cute? Look at this.
That one's my favorite.
Isn't that
Evelyn
adorable?
too?
Yes. Isn't that the cutest?
That slot machine ornament.
It's glass. So Frankie goes, oh, let me see. I'm like, oh.
No 4-year-old.
No, please. And I know he means well. He just looks at, oh, that's a slot machine. Oh yeah, we've taught you really well.
A 4-year-old knows about slot machines. He's definitely part of our family.
He's ours. And Realification.
Realification. Oh my God, that's awesome.
Realification, you never disappoint. Is
Oh
that
my
beautiful?
Gosh, that's so amazing.
And I got a little clip in there already. I've been going through it and trying to read through, but the colors and the pictures in here are pictures that I've never seen before. They're beautiful. There's some pictures of Paul McCartney that I would go to bed with. Hello. So
go to bed with. Oh my
God. The pictures.
Pervy birthday Nana.
I said that wrong. Sorry. The pictures, but you never.
No, I knew you meant
Thank
just
you so
the
much.
pictures. I know you meant just the pictures.
Well, I mean, Paul McCartney, he's just hot. So I had such beautiful things. And again, the lights that you have behind you, I got those same lights last week and we talked about that. And I always say his name wrong. Escobo? No.
Esco.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know why I want to put an Escobo in there. Did you go to school with somebody called Escobo?
No, Escobedo. So that might be
sure.
Jay's last name. I don't know. But
Okay.
Esco, like Escobedo. I went to school with Gabe Escobedo.
I knew that sounded familiar.
I think there was a Tony Escobedo. Lots of Escobedos. It's a good name.
Is it Italian?
No, I don't think so.
Escobedo.
No, I think it's like, I don't want to say Mexican.
Mexican or Latvian? No, okay. Because
Latvian, were you going to say? Not Latvian.
Latvian.
No, not Latvian. That's what your cousins are.
I know. Happy birthday.
Oh my God.
You know what?
Oh my God. Who's the author of your book, Nana?
Gorgeous book. Okay. It is done by the Beatles.
Did you mean like a Latin name? Maybe a Latin name, not Latvian.
No, I guess I meant Latin probably. And I said Latvian because I have Mara on my mind because her dad passed.
All right, no dead stuff.
The Beatles, Get Back by the Beatles. So, and the forwards by Peter Jackson, introduction, Henef Karushi. But is that fabulous? Look at that beautiful. It's one of those big coffee table books. That's what they used to call them. I just love it. Hello, Paul. Okay.
They're so cute. Oh, Realification says, Nana, you have something else that will arrive on Monday. And
Honey,
sweet Yaya Cat messaged me too. And she says you have stuff coming. So you guys are beyond generous.
You're way too generous, you guys. You know, I mean, I'm funny and damn, I'm cute. But you know what? This is way too much. Okay. This is really way too much. So thank you.
Thanks, guys. Realification said that book looked tiny in the pictures. Oh no, that is a big. That's a big book.
It's
a big book.
It's a big book, and I'm so excited.
Yaya says, "Yep, I wrote Joleen, and mine comes to you on Sunday. The other part is later Wednesday." That's the best, Yaya, because then your birthday's not over yet. Because I hate that birthdays sometimes are only one day.
Well, I just am so surprised because I just get so excited, you guys. Oh, we can't stay in. Okay. Thank you, honey.
Okay.
Thank you for wishing me.
Nana will forgive you.
I just love those. I love
Bonnie
everything about
killed it with your truck stuff. Oh my God,
love the truck stuff. I do. I mean, the Beatles, Evelyn with, the 2021 ornament just cracks me up. I can't wait to get my big tree up. And like
Did you send me pictures of your other tree? I'm
so sorry, honey. The kids were here. I get a little discombobulated. Should I?
No, it's okay.
Down?
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll share the picture next time. Nana started decorating her Treetopia tree, and it looks really good. She's got ribbon on it. They got a color scheme going on. It looks really good.
Honey, I've never done that before. I just saw your ribboned tree and the pink. And so I thought, we can do this, Lucy. She goes, we can? I go, yep, we're going to do it.
Yes, we can, Lucy. And you guys did it. So what else is on the agenda for your birthday? Because it's technically tomorrow.
Technically tomorrow, yep. I'm trying to think, I feel things are going quicker now. Well, they do after 66, 67. I played a few games of Yahtzee. That was fun. For tomorrow, Linda's going to be here early morning, and we're taking off to Treasure Island, the casino, for a while.
Shout out to producer Linda.
Thanks, Linda.
She got her Treetopia stuff.
I know she did. She sent me that picture. Did she send it to you?
Yep, looks so good.
Wasn't that the cutest? She picked out the silver.
Really pretty.
The silver's so pretty.
It's supposed to be a surprise, but then Nana,
I forgot about
Linda,
that.
she cannot Linda knows better than me. She's known her longer. Nana cannot keep a surprise, you guys. I was like, let's surprise producer Linda with something from Treetopia. Let's get her a tree. And then all of a sudden I talked to Nana and she goes, so how about, maybe not a tree? And I was like, what? We said a tree. I just don't think she needs one. I go, did you tell her? I did. I told her right away. I told her, I'm like, oh my gosh, Nana, we just want to surprise her.
Honey, like the kids, they wanted they saw that I was wrapping. I had wrapped the things because Frankie likes to get in the closet, and I wrap things for Christmas. And they go, Frankie goes, can we just have one of them? I go,
give them a Christmas present already?
It's a small thing.
What? Nana, oh my gosh.
It was a small thing. It was just an ornament. It was a small thing, but it was a real cute ornament because it's one of those dolls that sit on the shelf, Elf on the Shelf.
Oh yeah, they love Elf on the Shelf.
Well, they already have that. They have Elf on the Shelf. Their mom and dad take it down.
They named it. It's like
not Susie.
Twinkle Bud or something.
Something like that. Sparkle.
Sparkle. I want to say a name of an old YouTuber, but it was not Spark. That's Sparkle.
I thought it was Sparkle, so it sounded like a stripper.
Ellie Sparkles?
That's it.
Yeah, they named their Elf on the Shelf after a nice exotic dancer stripper.
So I found one that looks like a little girl, just like that, and a little boy about this big, and they're hang them up on the tree,
Yep. Oh, you hang them.
You hang them on the tree, and so they were all excited about that. And Lucy's looking at it, going, "Does this one tell on you when you're wrong? When do something wrong?" I don't know. This is a friend. Ellie Sparkles tells Santa that if you've been good or bad. Where these are not going to freak you out.
These guys actually trick Ellie Sparkles. Tell him. Yeah, I know. We're not going to tell him. He'll lose the house. That's exactly what the story was. Thank you, Gourmet Thursday. Thank you so much. Missy also on Twitter, you guys, if you see my thread of my Treetopia tree that I shared, Missy shared pictures of her trees, and they are so beautiful. She's got the unicorn rainbow one too. And
that's what Lucy wanted.
Oh my God. I wish I would have gotten that one now because it's just looks so fun seeing it in like pictures of someone's house and not just on the website. So you guys can go to the thread on Twitter and you can see Missy's trees as well. So
did I see them? I don't remember. I would have remembered.
No, you were acting like you knew what Twitter was, but I don't think you know what much. Have you ever been on Twitter?
I think it's kind of personal.
Have you ever tweeted, twittered? Kate says, I love Naha or Nana. Thank you, Kate. We love Naha too.
Naha.
They'll put them on Facebook, she says, so you can see them.
Thank you, Missy. Because, I don't know. Is that Twitter like, not FaceTime? What is the other thing that they call it? The kids are on it instead of
TikTok.
Facebook. No,
not
that's
like TikTok.
No,
TikTok is like videos and stuff. Twitter's a lot of it's mostly words. You tweet so many characters, and it's a lot of people talking news and politics and entertainment and shows. Lots of trolls. The worst thing you can do, which I always do, is read through the comments of like popular threads, like when news breaks, and then you read the comments and you just see like how depraved humanity is.
I already saw that today when the verdict came down, and in the words of the Bee Gees, it's only words, and words are all I have. Okay, anyway.
Nene girl, that's so sweet, Nene girl. Happy birthday, Nana. Money for tea. I love to transfer that right over to Nana so she can tell us if you win with this 40. Okay, we'll ask you next time. Like if you hit anything, like pay attention to 40, and then
I know exactly what machine I'm going to put it in.
I wish you knew how to go
Sizzling
live.
70s. Oh, honey, I couldn't.
So that I
would get kicked out.
You think?
Oh yeah, you can't just go in there and no.
Even if you're just at the machine, you and Linda, you're just like, hey guys.
Well, look at when we were doing that.
Yeah, I did get reprimanded because only Brian Christopher had the permission because he works with that casino. And I was like, oh,
Nene, thank you. Oh my gosh, that's so generous, man.
Thank you, Nene girl.
You know what we're going to do though, kids? And this is a couple gifts will be going out to one of you for answering these correctly. We have our cards, and this is our cards from And remember the name of the game because it's just fun.
This was from
And it's
90 Day with Nana. If you guys don't join us Mondays, Nana got this new board game called Boom Again.
Boom
And it's
again.
about the
Oh,
60s, 70s. What is it? 50s, 60s, 70s?
50s, 60s, and 70s, honey. These are so much fun. The cards, and I've never, even when we played that, what was that one of the little triangles and pie shapes and asked the questions all the time. What was that one?
Trivial Pursuit.
Thank you. I
Mhm.
never played the whole board game. I just like the cards, I like the cards and I like just, oh my goodness. I just love it. It's just so much fun just to ask the
Yes.
questions.
So we get to play that again. We'll play that at the end of the episode. And do we have valuable prizes for a couple people when we play the Boom Again?
Thank you so much. We're going to give away 2 prizes. And the prizes will be Jilly G Designs. I always
remember.
always look to
heaven.
heaven. I always look to heaven going divine intervention. Jilly G Designs, and she makes these beautiful cards, and they're love and they're peace cards, and they're so nice, and it's just a nice thing. I just love little cards, and then you can just give them no matter what. If it says love
It's
on
the
it,
holiday season too, and you can
yes,
throw it on a gift, or if you have a gift card, or you're giving someone cash, or you're just giving someone a card. You just have it there for you. It's wonderful.
and I think
People
they
miss
come
getting
either.
cards, I think.
Oh, I do too. I really do. 6 or 8, I think they come in a pack, and it's just a really nice gift. It's the card stock is beautiful. So we hope we have 2 winners tonight. We'll have 2 winners tonight, and it's whoever puts it in the chat first, the answer to these questions. So thank you for joining us on this birthday celebration. I love it.
Yes, Nana. Okay, so we do so we're gonna do Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Do you want to do that first, or should we get into it and then we can have time to play the game and all that stuff?
Oh, absolutely. Because if there ever was, and I know this isn't the season finale, I understand that. It could be.
No, we gotta
This
see what
was
happens.
fabulous. This was a fabulous one. I loved it. I hung on to their words and I thought, oh my gosh.
I talked to Jake,
Oh,
everyone's favorite,
yes.
one of my besties, like my
Oh,
brother,
love
like
Jake.
family, Jake.
Oh my
And
gosh.
he's
So
watching
cute.
Salt Lake City. I didn't know he was watching Salt Lake City this season. So I talked to him the other
Yes.
night and we were just gabbing. It's been a long time since I just gabbed with someone that's not you on air about
Oh, yes.
Salt Lake City, and just hearing his opinion. I was like, oh yeah. And he was saying he thinks it's really good too. I know Salt Lake was getting kind of a bad rap and some people think it's overproduced and stuff, and I can see people's criticisms, but these past couple episodes, they've definitely stretched out this veil thing and Jen Shah's, but with Meredith's possible involvement with her reactions, it was entertaining. I watched it twice.
Did you? I should have, because I just loved it. Look at this. GGF627, $20. Happy birthday, Nana. This is for Buffalo Gold Collection. You people know me. I love that. And thank you very much. Love Buffalo. And then those new ones with the little, it's new to me though, that little dial. That's a step up. First it's Buffalo Gold. They're my favorites.
Okay.
Then they have one that you can get
They have
dial.
a new one? Oh, like
they
the
have
Wheel of
3
Fortune?
new ones. Oh, yes.
Like
kind
a
of like that.
top-in?
Yeah.
I like
it's
those.
a little smaller one like that. And it goes around and you get free spins, you'll get money. Or
usually
your best is Buffalo's. Oh.
I go by the taller the machine with the more stuff, I'm probably going to play it. And I think they know that about people. If the chair moves and yells at me, I'm probably going to play it. That's what I like.
Wow.
If they're an old machine and it's just like just a couple reels, no. No. Unless you're like Glitter Kitty, maybe. Even though I never win on that.
Oh, no, we never do, honey, do we?
No.
Who's that other kitty, the pink kitty?
I think that's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
No, there is another kitty. There's a old school one, and then there's more of a new school one. That one's okay.
I like
Sizzling better cat games. They need better cat games.
I know. I mean, there's so many new ones. I wish they would kind of revamp the old ones, bring them back, because I miss the Monster Monies. Oh my God, Cheeky Treasures. I miss those. When you knew you were winning and the thing would go real slow.
Tick, tick, tick.
No, it would go really slow, the whole screen. And you knew, okay, here comes a good one. Otherwise, you were in the parking lot just a little too long. Anyway,
Oh, Nana, I
okay.
do want to ask you something because as Jamie
Ooh.
B is bringing up the likes, you guys, I didn't know if you guys knew this, but okay, okay, so we have 17 more likes to get to 100. Guess
Oh,
what? YouTube no longer shows you the dislike count.
I wonder
They
why
took
that
it away.
is.
They took it away because they feel like people like I can still, but here's the problem with that. Okay. I want to hear what you think too. But so
Silly.
there were people who were mass flagging, disliking videos. And what happens is if you're dealing with pretty much anything, whether it be entertainment or like tech or helping people type videos, if you pull up a video and you see it has a lot of downvotes or dislikes, you're probably not going to watch it. So there were certain people attacking creators on YouTube. And I know that this happens because it's happened to me. And there's a lot of weirdo content creators and some of their fans are cuckoo bananas. That's why we love the Lean Team, because the Lean Team doesn't go attack anyone because that's just stupid. But
Right.
there are certain content creators who encourage their followers, their fans, their subscribers to go attack ones they don't like. So then what happens is before you go live, you have a shit ton of dislikes. And you have troll farms and things like that.
Oh
so they
my
decided
God.
there was enough content creators that reached out and were like, we don't like this. Also, I do think there's something to be said because Instagram incorporated something where a while back you can choose whether you want to see show and see how many likes you get. And I do think there's like this weird psychological element that I know lots of like social scientists and stuff are talking about, where now we're equating like our worth and all. Too much is wrapped up in how much someone likes you. Which is stupid. You know what I mean? When you were growing up, that you had to, interact with real people. I had to interact with real people. And now the generations coming up, it's all about how many likes did you get, but it affects adults too and everyone involved in social media. So I do think to a point it's good, but if you're going to do this, then just wipe out the dislike period, because I can still see like we got 94 likes and 1 dislike. And they said they wanted to also kind of help people's, I think, like psyche or, stop bullying and stuff. But
because that is bullying. If you're not even
the
watching
dislike
it and you're right. I know I can.
So hide it for creators, because I don't think you guys can see it on your end, but us, whoever, if you have a channel, you can still see if someone disliked.
I think so, because someone just said on here, or just on the chat, that they could still see the dislike. There's one.
And I agree with Sarah too. YouTube has way bigger issues than dislikes. How about they get the predators? And I've reported stuff on YouTube that was like blatantly harassment, horrible. And they're like, might take a couple months. I don't know if we'll ever get back to you. Like they don't protect people when you're being doxxed, when you're being harassed. But what do you think, Nana? Do you think they should have gotten rid of the dislikes?
You know what? I rarely look at them. I just don't. I mean, you know what? I mean, I really just don't look at that, because that poor person, probably that's what they do for a living. They sit there and go through the list and dislike. We have a lot of issues in this world. A lot of them are very sad. And getting disliked for the channel here, not a biggie.
Mm-hmm. But I will say, when people do come in and you're about to start, I've seen YouTube kind of correct it, because there have been times before I went live, I'll have like 12 dislikes. I'm like, how can I have that many? And then they'll drop down to 2. So I don't know if they're catching that people are just coming to dislike, because it still counts technically in the algorithm as engagement. So you're actually helping, but you're hurting in that if you're looking for a good video, let's say a good makeup tutorial, but you see this video has a large amount of dislikes, you're probably going to go, it's not that good.
Oh, that's so sad. I just,
So you do you understand what I'm saying there?
Yes, I'll light a candle for him.
She don't know. She's not listening. She's not listening.
I am listening to you. I know exactly what you said. You want me to just write it back down, or say it right to you verbatim? Because I understand what you're saying, but I'm not on it like you are, honey. I just do these 2 with you, and that's it. So you're on it. You're putting your heart and soul into this. You put a lot of time into it.
And if you don't like it, you have every right to dislike. They're just trying to stop mass dislikes and people encouraging people
and that's
to
not fair.
Certain content creators, I think. So
no, but you know what? Karma is a bitch, and those people will get theirs. Okay, all right. Nice.
So there you go. Nana said, light this candle. All right. Also, Nana, I want to know if you know about this. So this is
there's
breaking
more
news. as of today. So I don't know if you saw this, but
isn't
look at
he
cute
hot?
Prince Harry. He's so cute.
He's so darling.
Jen Shah's, let me just stop that. Jen Shah's assistant Stuart Smith changes plea to guilty. He admitted today to hiding money and committing perjury. So he probably took a deal. So trouble in Utah. Jen Shah's assistant Stuart Smith changed his plea to guilty in the pair's ongoing legal case about their alleged involvement in a telemarketing scheme. Us Weekly can confirm. He pleaded guilty to 3 counts: conspiracy to commit fraud or wire fraud, money laundering, which we learned Heather Gay knows a lot about money laundering.
She sure did, didn't she?
There's
it
so
was
many shows
Whitney.
about it.
Wasn't it Whitney that knew so much about it?
Well, Heather said she watched Ozark, and I watched Ozark on Netflix.
Oh, okay,
too,
okay.
With Jason Bateman. You probably wouldn't. You might like that show. It's a little dark for you. You don't like violence and stuff. But okay, so he 3 counts: conspiracy to commit wire fraud, money laundering, and obstruction of justice. Attorney Ronald Richards is there. Wasn't Ronald Richards the attorney for going after Erica Jane? I think it was. You guys correct me if I'm wrong.
That does sound very familiar. Yes.
I'm pretty sure Ronald Richards, because I hear Up and Adam talk about him. I hear Down with Jason. I hear Zach talk about him. I hear Emily D. Baker.
A
former NBC legal analyst who is not affiliated with the case told us of Smith 43 on Friday, November. Yup, he's clout chasing again. This guy, I think he's the one who was like tweeting about it and following the show.
No.
This guy reminds me of, I was just watching, there's a season 2 to Tiger King. Did you ever watch Tiger King, Nana, on Netflix?
No.
Okay, so it's about Carol Ann Baskin and the Tiger King, Joe Exotic. And he's currently serving, I don't know how many years, but he's in prison for trying to set her up to be killed. But now new information's coming out that maybe he was set up because they were kind of going after him a long time. But it's hard to say because this Joe Exotic is a real piece of trash. And there's a lot of people that are fans of him, and they tend to be like very big fans and think he should be free. But he was also horrible to these animals. He would have, it's like these really trashy guys who have these exotic animal farms, and they treat the animals horrendously. And PETA tries to take them down. Well, anyways, he had been threatening this Carol Baskin for years. And Carol Baskin has a tiger kind of zoo, not zoo, but like rescue of her own. Now, Carol Baskin was her husband, Nana. You would actually probably like this. Well, Linda's probably seen it, producer Linda, because it deals with like mystery and murder.
She likes that.
Maybe. So Carol Baskin's husband, she was married to, he was a very rich man. He disappeared, and no one's seen him since the late 90s. His daughters are looking for him. Carol was just kind of, upset. She was interviewed by the news, but then they ruled her out, and she's went about her life. But a lot of people think that Carol Baskin fed her husband to the tigers. But in this season 2, more is coming out about Carol Baskin's husband. And I don't know. He had a lot of ties to Costa Rica, because she was saying he said he always wanted to go off and go live in Costa Rica. And so it's a ongoing investigation. But so far, Carol is a suspect. Well, but Joe Exotic and Carol Baskin had beef because Carol, after diving into like this exotic cat world, decided she wanted to be more of a preservationist of cats. And so she was always turning Joe and these guys in. So he had a YouTube channel. He was like, I hate Carol Baskin. He pretended to like shoot a Carol Baskin. I mean, he's a real loser.
But really
he
sad.
Has a whole story too. So the second season, they are talking all about these people who are trying to get Donald Trump to, what's that thing that he can do? Pardon him. And they try to do that. But there's this lawyer in it that reminds me of Ronald Richards, because he just jumps from high profile person in this situation to high profile person. It kind of seems like this Ronald Richards guy is very similar.
Now, don't you find, now he's a family man, this gentleman oh God, I can't think of his name. Yeah, Stu. He's got a family and stuff, and they were saying how much they like one another and they're so close. Remember, that was just like I don't know, episode before, you mean a lot to me. You mean a lot to me. Did they know this was coming down to say their goodbyes? I mean, that's, when they were snowshoeing. Do you remember that?
Oh,
Oh, you mean a lot to me
yeah.
too. But he just seems like he's just such an ordinary kind of run-of-the-mill guy.
Square.
Well, yeah, kind of, yeah.
I maybe thought he was gay, but he's not. He's
No, I
okay.
don't think he is. I don't know.
Okay. So like I said, he's now pleaded guilty to these 3 counts, and he faces a maximum prison sentence of 30 years and will be sentenced in March 2022. He admitted to hiding ownership and money, defrauding elderly people, and
See,
lying
here
to
we
the
go.
Federal Trade Commission in a deposition, which constituted perjury.
When there they go again, the elderly. They are going to the most vulnerable people, buying these lists,
Mhm.
and preying on them.
Yep, and sharing
Um,
them with scammers. Realification said Ronald Richards is supposed to be appearing, doing some commentary in the documentary about Jen Shah. It's supposed to
Ooh.
air. I'm excited. I think it might be on Hulu too. So it's, remember The Housewife and the Hustler
Yes.
with Erica Jane and Tom Girardi? Well,
Yes.
they're making one about Jen Shah, and I believe it's ABC News doing it again. And I like The Housewife and the Hustler. That was a good little documentary.
That was
I wish it was
very good.
longer. I would like it to go back even pre Erica Jane. I wish I'm sure that'll come out. But they're
Yep.
doing The Housewife and the Shaw. What is it, you guys? The Housewife and Shaw something. Not Shaw Amazing, but Shaw. No, I can't remember. Maybe it'll be in here. But there is another one.
Here. Oh, $5 again, realification. Seriously, honey? I mean, really, we love you. Just thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Aaron. Yeah. Ronald Richards was released from Erica Jane's bankruptcy case last week.
Okay. Now, Jen Shah, who just loves to buy her friends just beautiful presents. Well, they're not real, but some of them are real. But she loves to buy all her friends gifts. Isn't that special? She's at the jeweler making out like she's going to buy everybody. And she did. She bought them these wonderful
With elderly
gifts.
people's money.
With
allegedly.
elderly people's money, allegedly.
So he's facing a
people.
maximum of 30 years. He'll be sentenced in March 2022. So I wonder what that means for her. So Jen Shah, or the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star 48 and her Shaw Squad member were arrested in March and charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud in connection with telemarketing, conspiracy to commit money laundering. Jen Shah, who portrays herself as a wealthy and successful business person on a reality television, and Stuart Smith, who is portrayed as Jen's first assistant, allegedly generated and sold lead lists of innocent individuals for other members of their scheme to repeatedly scam. Manhattan U.S. Attorney Audrey Strauss said in a press release at the time. In actual reality, and as alleged, the so-called business opportunities pushed on the victims by Shah, Smith, and their co-conspirators were just fraudulent schemes motivated by greed to steal victims' money. Days after the arrest, both Smith and Shah pleaded not guilty to the charges in August. However, court documents suggested that Smith planned to change his plea. I mean, I would too I would cooperate. I mean, they got you.
It would get you off on a lesser sentence then? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh,
so Stuart Smith, it's such a vanilla name too, is working diligently toward a resolution of his case. His attorney wrote in a letter to the U.S. District Judge at the time, I am confident his case will be resolved without the necessity of a trial. He doesn't want to go to trial. And I hereby request that we be excused from the August
can't stand
10th,
it.
2021. Richard speculated at the time that the filing was a sign Smith was going to most likely flip on Jen Shah, on his former boss. Shah's trial was originally scheduled to begin October, so this past October, but was pushed back to March, seemingly because of delays related to coronavirus protocols. Okay. Earlier this year, the Bravo personality asked a judge to throw out the entire case against her, claiming that her dry contact lenses caused her to waive her Miranda rights without understanding what she was doing. Honey, you can afford Gucci, Versace, any of those kind of drops. We've seen you buy real fur. You can get some damn drops.
Shame.
Shah's arrest aired and that's what we'll be talking about tonight. After the episode, Jen slammed her castmates via social media for what they said about her during the show. She said, "Y'all see who these ladies really are?" She wrote in a message posted on Instagram stories on Monday, November 15th. "They have zero compassion for me and my family." Heather had compassion. She felt bad. And Lisa Barlow pretended to have compassion. She tried to squeeze a tear out. She couldn't, so she put her sunglasses on. Okay, so at least Lisa Barlow was trying. And Heather felt legitimately bad for you. And Heather shouldn't. If I was Heather, I'd be like, go to jail, Jen, go to jail. You've treated us all like shit. Jen is a bad friend.
Thing. Can I say something about Heather?
Yes.
You know, when they're sitting in the bus and Heather excused herself and said, I just have to run in because they're right in front of her business, you know, the Botox place. So Heather gets off the bus, runs into her company, and then comes back out later. Did Heather call the authorities?
No, they wouldn't be able to get back that soon. Get all there. Unless it was planned. It's Meredith. It's Meredith. I think Lisa Barlow too. I wouldn't be surprised if
I love
all
Heather.
the women.
Don't get me wrong. I love Heather.
I don't think Heather has it in her, but I think Whitney's been researching this for a long time. I honestly think Whitney's in the wrong career. I think I could see her as like a detective. I could see her as some kind of analyst.
Like an Angie Dickinson from my era. Pepper. That's what they call her.
Who's Pepper?
Pepper. Angie Dickinson. She was on police woman or something.
No, that's Janice.
That's Janice Dickinson or something. This is Angela.
Yeah.
What did I say her name was? Come on.
Nana, I have no idea. You just stay focused. Nana's in the comments.
Come on. No, I just in the comments for a minute.
Be in the comments.
Angie Dickinson. She slept with people like supposedly, allegedly, like JFK and things like that. Allegedly. Anyway.
Hot. A Canary said, the feds needed zero help. This is something similar to Jenny. This episode was like the voice of reason. She's like, they've been following this forever. I'm sure. They had to get a warrant. They have to get all this stuff.
That's true. But just give up. Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if all of these women were maybe asked, because you have the feds. They'll hit up friends, frenemies. And I wouldn't be surprised if Meredith offered up information. I wouldn't be surprised. Lisa Barlow is the fakest, most manipulative housewife I've seen on this franchise in a long time. So I wouldn't be surprised if she did. She has this very junior high mentality when it comes to friendships, which
she really does
for an interesting time on the Housewives. And then Whitney's like, she wants to know. And what I do love is that these women aren't kissing her ass like some of the Beverly Hills women did, or most of them, with Erica Jane. You should want to know who you're aligned with. If I am friends with or doing business or working with on a project someone who's defrauding allegedly elderly people, I want to freaking know, because I have integrity and I don't want to be associated with these people. I don't want to stick up for these people.
No,
I don't want to co-sign any of that stuff. So Heather was wired and got to get a deal. What?
Heather was wired to get a deal.
Make it make sense. Did you just get here? Yes, it's Nana's birthday tomorrow.
Oh, hi, honey. It's tomorrow, but that's okay.
The guy that stole the purse from Meredith stole from Heather. He was fired. Jen Shah hired him. I thought Jen Shah kept him on.
All right, let's think about that. He was in the store, and he wasn't even being really discreet about it. He had that little green satchel, or not satchel, but like wallet style purse. Yeah. And he took it.
It's a clutch.
Thank you. That's it. And so, but Jen did say that she got rid of him, but who's going to believe her now?
Meredith said she didn't. So,
but listen, Meredith, who can't move her mouth out.
Drugs, Marks. I haven't done a Meredith in so long. I don't even know if I can do it right now.
I love it. I love Meredith. No, I don't. I really don't. I'm sorry.
I actually don't mind her right now. What she's doing is giving me life on this freaking show, because she's coming with a vengeance. And she was like, yeah, well, you guys, I told you, but some people didn't want to listen to me, but Jen Shah is not a good person. When she went after my son, Brooks Marks, I knew. So, ladies, we're going to have a good time here. So just show up. I'll be in the tub. I got to soak. Meredith was so excited. This was Meredith's birthday. She was like,
this
Jen
was.
Shah. Well, I mean, I do feel a little redeemed that, you know, she's getting what she wants. And I'm wearing a blazer coat that I've made into a dress. And in some of my confessionals, it looks like I'm wearing a breastplate.
It's
that's
so bad.
neither here
It's
nor
so
there.
bad.
Jen Shah is corrupt. She's a corrupt woman. And my husband, what's his name? Shane. Is his name Shane? He's a prevert. He's a very big prevert.
I can't.
So.
Meredith sitting in that tub. And then she had to add bubbles before the other girls came because the bubbles were going down. And pretty soon
Meredith looked like I'm not saying she did, but she looked Xanax happy in that tub. She was just like, this is the best day of my life. Okay. Jen Shah, don't you come for my family because I will cut you. Like, remember when she had the sunglasses and they flew off? She's like, I'll get you, Jen Shah. Maybe you shouldn't have messed with the marks.
It was so bad.
We put a mark on you, Jen Shah.
She was going after it, and I think she did it. I think she did it here. She did just fine.
Well, Heather Gay 3 days ago
said, "You bet."
She looks like she was like, I've had some champagne, and I might have had a muscle relaxer, and I can't feel my clitoris.
Anything.
So she was very like she definitely.
The bubbles can,
I don't know.
But I can't.
It could have. I can't feel it, but don't mess with my family, Jen Shah.
Oh, I can't.
Half of my face moves, and the other half, it's on another planet. Because we could only afford half the rich people planet package. You know, we're all leaving when you garbage people ruin it. So half of my face is on Mars and the other half is here.
Her daughter talks just like her. So is it hereditary, learned behavior, nature, nurture? Which is it? Come on.
Both. It's both, Nana. It's the nature nurture of Botox. Okay. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Heather Gay claims Jen Shah's employee also stole from her store. Oh my God. Because the employee had come out and said, Meredith is a Karen. And for sure, Meredith is a Karen. Like, we look at Meredith, we're like, that's what we think a Karen is for sure. But where there's smoke, there's fire here. And I don't know. I feel like Heather wouldn't make this shit up. So Heather is saying,
can I ask a question? What is there to steal at Heather's that she injects Botox and stuff?
Listen, people don't know that I'm putting this straight in my labia. And it looks like this. Okay, I like my lips to look like my labia. Okay. So I don't want to go in there and say that. That would be embarrassing. So I'm going to need you to go get me some Botox. Okay. Oh my God, I know. Jen Shah's assistant wasn't stealing from Meredith, but maybe Jen Shah was like, yeah, I need extra Botox to sell to elderly people that don't need it. She probably they stole from Heather. She called the elderlies and was like, hey, would you like to get rid of your fine lines and wrinkles? And then she was, watering down the Botox and selling. I wouldn't be surprised if she was having Stuart door-to-door Botox the elderly. And tell them it was some kind of Cocoon package. Remember the movie Cocoon?
I love that. Anything with Ron Howard. Yes, Ron Howard produced that. That was fabulous.
So, Nana,
Meredith was he the director? Anyway.
I don't remember. Meredith accused Jen Shah's former assistant of stealing a handbag. And they're like, which one? And Meredith's like, the snake one. Yeah. And Lisa's like, oh my God, I have that. I love that person. I love it. She's the most disingenuous. She's like, I love it. I'm always hungry. I'm so hungry. I feel so bad for her and her family. And then she puts on her glasses. Not a tear was shed. Not a creature was stirred. Not even tear.
A mouse.
Not a tear was shed. Okay. So Heather Gay claimed the same employee also stole from her. The assistant has since responded, disputing much of Beauty Lab owners' allegations. So
that's craziness.
Let's see. When they gathered, Meredith's Vale home, blah, blah, blue. But I want to hear more about this. Oh my God, this rub-a-dub. Holy shit. I mean, that's my favorite place to be, is a tub. So I can relate to Meredith in that.
Not in front of all your friends coming over to your 8-bedroom rental in Vale, 10,000 square feet.
It's such good TV. It's such freaking good TV. And it pissed Mary off. What did you say? She said the wrong word. She was like, She was trying to be so just like bougie. She was trying to be very proper, but she let me know if you guys heard it in the episode. She was like proper etiquette. She called it etiquette, but etiquette. Or something.
Etiquette.
I'm
like, going to etiquette it.
You don't know proper etiquette. You live in your closet. Give me a break, miss. Okay. You had a guy who drove you there from the car carry a tiny weekender up the stairs.
I hope. Well, she is.
That's not what Jesus would do.
No, what would Jesus do, Mary? Be carrying his own bags.
Tip the guy and go, thank you, go on your way. There's no need for this. This is just a gross status thing. You work for the Lord.
Go in peace to love and serve the Lord. Okay, let's go.
So she revealed a previous incident in which she believed Shah's assistant stole a handbag from her store. Yes, we know. The jewelry designer claimed she had her manager ask for the clutch back. The manager called. She also included a video and security footage showing the assistant walking out with the person returning it. Shah defended her employee by suggesting that those working the day might have accidentally put it in a bag. Okay. Heather Gay accused the same employee of stealing from her. Following the episode, Heather Gay appeared on an after show and claimed the same assistant Marks accused of stealing did the same to her. According to her, the employee also stole from her cosmetic business, Beauty Lab.
Oh, that's right. She does have that.
Explained the person previously worked for her and received money on the side, which violated her company rules. What? So
this isn't the assistant that was stealing. That was a gentleman, right?
Yeah, this is just a picture. They're just throwing pictures in these articles.
You brought it up, and I'm thinking, I thought it was a guy. Okay, no, anyway.
When they write these articles, this is cheat sheet, which is like a blog. It's not, we're not talking about the, Washington Post here or something. Okay. So they just pull up pictures. Even I'm sure the Washington Post does it. She claims Shah informed her that she gave money to the employee to set an appointment. When Gay asked them, she noted the person admitted the indiscretion and resigned from Beauty Lab. According to the reality star, she ceased contact with the employee after the resignation. Gay ended by claiming she believes Marks because the assistant's actions are consistent with her experience with the person.
Oh.
But the former assistant refuted much of what she said in a statement. Shortly after the show aired, the assistant in question responded to Heather's Instagram story. They claimed they considered Gay a close friend and insisted they shared a close bond at one point.
Oh, sad.
According to the former assistant, they began working at Beauty Lab in 2017, but quit 2 years later after they knowingly broke the rules by accepting a tip from Shah. Jen Shah was poaching employees and assistants out of Heather's. Jen Shah's shitty. She's shitty. The person claimed they hadn't received money from anyone else and denied stealing from the cash register.
That's so sad. I mean,
so something. There we go. Allegedly.
We're going to do another. We're going to light another candle for some of for Stuart, for Jen Shah, and who else? We have 3 candles. One's for Stuart. One's for Jen Shah. Who needs a candle?
I don't want to light a candle for them.
Oh well. No, they stole from old people. Screw up.
Right?
Okay.
That's the worst.
Allegedly. That is the
allegedly.
Worst.
But you do not.
No.
You don't do that. You just don't. You don't steal from anyone. And the irony, I mean, the hypocrisy, I should say. We're kind of jumping all over the place, and that's fine because this was such a good episode.
I like it.
The hypocrisy, I believe, and also the irony, I guess, of Mary having issue with Jen's behavior when Mary, you are out here being a false prophet, basically, in my eyes, my opinion, and making money off of that. And the way you treat your congregation, which we've seen on the show, is pretty shitty. And you have this guy who's popping up at Lisa Barlow's event, then was strategically placed in front of Meredith, claiming that, he had quite a few allegations that I'm sure we'll see come up later. And she's had issues with her family.
But he's since passed away.
No, I know. But I'm sure there's more stories out there. So I just thought it's so, like, when Mary said, I wouldn't be able to sleep with myself. You sleep with yourself fine every day in those closets with all that money that I know there's other businesses, but you are making money with the word of the Lord and claiming you are, speaking.
She said she feels like she is, didn't she say she feels like she is Jesus Christ?
Kind of. And what's that thing that people claim? They claim
Allegedly.
They get, allegedly. They claim my ex had a friend, and let me tell you, some of the people that think Jesus is talking to them, I honestly think Jesus wouldn't pick you. He was very open with where he put his wiener on all the substances, but moved to like a nice enough guy, but moved to an area where they had those big churches where the pastors would be like, oops, straight sex is the best. Oops, just did a little gay sex and math. Hopefully my wife still wants to have sex with me. Those kind of pastors. They were in Colorado for a while. And he said he got that Jesus chose him of all of us. Jesus chose him. And I'm thinking that's a bit presumptuous. And also, prove it. I don't know. I just feel like some of these people that say that Jesus does speak to them, like that's on you. That's your own thing. But the people that want to bring it out and almost like brag about it, like he speaks to me. I'm like, does he really, Shane? Because it's not the tongues. It's there's a certain
speaking in tongues. Yeah, Tammy, I have heard that. But don't you think, in my own, and we all have our own thoughts on religion and faith and things, but I think Jesus speaks through all of us because
and he's not just picking.
He doesn't pick somebody there's George Burns. He's going to talk to John. He's going to talk to John Denver.
George Burns,
well, they had a movie. Dear God, what was it? Oh God, that was what it was called. And George Burns played God, and he came down and he spoke to John Denver. It was a good movie. I like that.
Well, anyone that uses that for some kind of clout or uses it to make money, claiming that that's not what Jesus would want you to do with his word. If you follow the story of Jesus, not that we're super religious and stuff, but let's be real here. You're basically a televangelist, Mary, and you're out here saying, I couldn't sleep with myself. You sleep with yourself fine, and you sleep with yourself while you're hoping Robert Sr. never comes back, allegedly.
I know. Well, and really serious, and I don't blame her. But when we see Jen, and then we see them knocking on their door at their house, their palatial estate, was the son home or was Coach home?
I was a little heartbroken because I felt like one of the sons was let out by the armed police. And I just thought, oh God, the things your kid have to see. You're already struggling, Jen Shah, so much with your children and your relationship. And now you put your children through the feds and Homeland Security pounding on the door with automatic weapons. How scary would that be? I don't care if my God. Teenagers. That'd be scary for adults.
Oh, it would be scary for anybody. When I saw those federal agents by the bus,
T. Jesus does love a sinner. Well, why aren't these words that they're always telling me, this one friend, why weren't they ever like about the sinning? It was more like, let me tell you how to live your life. I'm like, but you haven't figured out your life. So you can't tell me how to live my life. When I lived in Arizona, I would meet a bunch of people who were born again in the comedy community. And these born again people, good for you. Fantastic. I know lots of good born again people who they get born again and they're good. Cool. But there was something about the comedian born agains that were like, Joleen, they wanted me to almost join. And I'm like, no, I'm good. Like I haven't they would tell me their story. I'm like, I haven't done that. I don't need to be born again. Like the first one, I'm baptized. I'm good. I'm good, miss. When I messed up as bad as you did, maybe I'll call you. But right now, I don't need to be baptized in a pool in my living room in front of a bunch of other people. I just don't need that.
Was it like a little baby's pool that they did it in, or was it a regular
let's just say, remember
Tamara Judd? Remember Tamara Judd?
That was a fancy one. This is literally like a Target pool. Some people will do it. Let's just say, do you remember when I was in 8th grade and we had that day off and I had friends over and I didn't tell you guys, and the friends got into the basement and got into the alcohol. And
I remember it well.
All of Billy's baseball cards, one of the kids, and all this stuff. Years ago, he found me on Facebook, and he had never apologized or anything he stole like a lot of stuff from our house. Yeah. He did the born again in his living room, and I was like, I'm good. Yeah, I'm like, I'm good.
Did he bring back
the Ken Griffey Jr. signed baseball?
We'd love you forever.
We would love that.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. They were going through stuff and they took things, but that's kids, and I felt bad more for Billy's cards than anything.
Well, the Ken Griffey Jr. signed baseball. I got that signed by Ken Griffey myself for Billy when I was an extra in Little Big League. and then they just took it. And I don't know what he hawked it for. This is before eBay and shit. He just stole it to steal it, you know?
I know, but he found God. You said he found.
Yes, in a child's pool in his living room.
Well, you know what? You can find God anywhere.
Okay. Find it anywhere. But I feel like you don't have to get the floor wet to do it. You know what I mean? I feel like
I
don't know. But who am I? I'm just a Judge Judy over here. All right. So back to the episode, Nana. All right. We'll go through your Nana notes and just kind of have fun with it. And we kind of covered a little bit of it because it was just too juicy. It was too juicy.
It is so good. Highway to Vale, it's called. It's episode 10, season 2. Heather is upset. This is troubling that this is going down in front of her shop. Now, that's what I like about people. You know, you can be in the worst trouble of your life. You got the feds out there looking for you. You got, New York. I didn't understand why NYPD was there.
Because her business is based there. Wendy.
Oh, okay.
What's her face? Whitney.
Oh, okay.
Whitney did all the research. Whitney's going to have a podcast on this. She's got those facts down. She's like, here's what the business does. Because Heather's like, I was on a podcast with her and I don't understand it. Whitney's like, here's what they do. Here, Jenny, let me tell you. And Jenny's like, why does she know this? I'm like, because this is what Whitney does. I would be curious too. This is very small town mentality. I would wonder as well if I was a rich woman and I saw this other woman in a business where you're not normally
all this
wealthy, I would do a little bit of research too.
But I just found it, and I love, don't get me wrong, I love Heather. But Heather saying, I'm really upset that this is happening to Jen, but it's really disturbing that it's in front of my business. Okay.
But hell yeah, it is. I mean, do you know what?
No.
It totally is, because she worked hard for that business. And now you got the feds and Homeland Security, and people are going to go, oh, Heather Gay is into some weird stuff. So
I know.
Worried.
And Ms. T saying the season has finally started. Yes, honey, that's exactly what I thought. I thought, here's your jumping off point. This is good. This is good stuff.
Right.
So Lisa's talking with Jen, her husband, crying, so dramatic. Jen left a bag with treats on the bus. I like that they dove into it, and Heather thought that was disgusting. Why are you eating her treats? And someone said there's some little Melma or some bars there. And then she goes, well, I'll take one of those. So there, the body
is a lolly. It was a lolly. She wanted
what's a lolly? Lollipop?
Lollipop.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So I just had to laugh. I thought, the body isn't even cold yet, and they're going through a treat bag. Of course,
who cares? It's not our fault that you're getting followed by the feds. I'll eat your lollipops all day. Quit breaking the law. Ruth says Whitney sure did know. Yep, Whitney knew. I loved it. I love how much Whitney knows, because at least we just got done with Beverly Hills, who these women would have hid the body for her. And what for what?
Why?
For what? Look at how shitty Jen Shah has treated Whitney. I'd investigate her ass too.
I bet they're just sitting back and smiling, as Meredith is. So Meredith gets the home for them in Vale, 10,000 square feet. Like I mentioned, only 8 bedrooms, small little place. She's met by 2 women who give her champagne and toast for her staying there. And there she is in the bathtub.
This was Meredith's best day. I loved it. I loved every second of Meredith. It's almost that feeling of, it is that feeling. She basically described it of, I knew. And she's like, I told you guys that. When she was messing with Brooks Marks, I told you that she's just a corrupt lady. So. And she was so happy and just like, I'm going to relax in the tub. One of them said, I think it was Heather, was like, I would be looking for the updates. I'd be all over my phone. I'm like, Meredith is getting the live updates because she's a contact allegedly with the feds. She knew what was going down. She saw it coming. She's not surprised. She too. We're going to find out she hired a private investigator. We're going to find out so much. She is living her best life. Yes, Whitney's podcast will be Dirty Jen. Have you ever watched the Dirty John series of the guys that are just complete scam artists?
I did see a couple of those. What channel was that on? Do you guys remember?
It was Bravo, I think.
Oh, was it Bravo?
But now you can watch it on like Hulu or something. I think we're having a little bit of connection issues with you, Nana, so you might just want to take a look at that. Heather was so hurt and they gave her a treat to calm her down.
Okay, sorry. I'm
let me just
hooked up here. How am I sounding?
No, your sound's fine. I think it's internet connection.
Oh god.
So do you want to
not
re-click?
again.
Want to re-click the link? So remove yourself and then rejoin. Do you know how to do that?
Alright.
Go back to your email where you join, and I'm going to so take yourself out. So just leave the studio. Oh, does she know how? Leave the studio. It's in the bottom.
Oh, remove. Remove.
Yeah. Yeah. And then leave the studio. We'll see if Nana gets Yeah. Meredith had zero shock. She totally knows something. Oh my gosh, for sure. The tub scene was weird. I loved it. I like a weird scene like this. This is so much better than just watching Lisa Rinna's giant lips kiss Erica Jane's bunghole the whole season, knowing that there's corruption going down, allegedly, you know?
That's
So
too
I thought it
strange.
was funny. Okay, she added herself. I don't think you ever laughed, but we'll see how it's working out.
Oh, didn't I leave? Could you hear me?
No, you didn't leave. You just sat back there like that. That's all I saw. I looked down backstage and you're like,
I know. I'm trying to look at things like, does this say remove or what does
Yeah.
this say? Okay.
Meredith's like, welcome, Mary. Yeah, I'm just soaking my new titties in the tub.
She's
Yeah.
just so.
Did you hear what happened? Yeah, I heard what happened. I heard directly from federal investigator Thomas and federal investigator Williams. They're close friends of mine. I gave them Brooks Marks jumpsuits. They love them. And yeah, I'm not surprised. And then Mary actually seemed a little shocked. She was just like, what? Whoa. And she's like, slow down. The feds came and took her away.
Oh, that's right. I forget. Like Mary wasn't there.
No, because she had to go by
Oh,
herself.
that's right. Duh. Oh,
She's a
yes.
recluse. She's like a scar lady, you know, just hanging out in a closet, very reclusive, starting ridiculous fights with people that are unnecessary. Mary is mean to her supposed friends. We saw that with the Italian dinner episode. She's out there. She's mean to her congregation. And she doesn't seem like a lady I would want to be around.
I wouldn't want to listen to the gospel from this one. I'm wondering, now, Tammy's saying she's curious, is she actually naked in that tub? I believe she is. I don't think she's got a body stocking on or anything.
You guys, what does it matter if she's naked when she looks like this? Like...
What is that? What is that?
I have no idea what's going on here. The only thing I can guess, because Jake was asking me too, he's like, what is going on? I think a lot of people are, and not meaning to like body shame her in any way. Meredith is a beautiful woman. Oops, I keep screwing that up. But
I don't understand that. I kept thinking, where are they? What happened?
I almost feel as though maybe she got some kind of reduction or got her implants flipped out. Maybe I'm just speculating and they haven't fully settled, or she taped them very strangely. But those babies they're gonna look good in the tub. They're gonna sit up. They're gonna, you know how sometimes when you're in the tub and you you sit your boobs, all of a sudden you're like, oh God, my boobs are right on my tummy fat. Meredith doesn't have that. Her boobs are to her sinuses, you know. Just looks like a breastplate. So I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel
didn't know what a breastplate was. It was like, what?
It just looks, it doesn't, I don't know, because it's different than what I've seen.
This is not.
It looks a little robotic.
Yes, there you go. That's it. It looks like Hulk Hogan's pecs. Yes, Shady.
Well,
yes, you are correct.
It looks very like, you know, if she was someone who was very much into like CrossFit and muscle, you know, as a woman, when you build your muscle like that, you build muscle in your boobs, your pecs, and those ladies are badasses. But I don't think that's what's with Meredith. I think that's some kind of enhancement. I don't know what's
you know, you're too nice about stuff, you know, and I'm sorry.
Well,
and
I
you're
don't
probably
want to shame her ass about.
I do. She looks like Bruce Jenner on the Wheaties box before he made this change. So yes, I don't think that's a nice
You can't dead name, Nana. You're dead naming. So once someone transitions,
Bruce Jenner's not dead.
Bruce Jenner is dead because Caitlyn. So when you call someone who's transitioned by their name before they transition, they call it dead naming, and it's a sign of disrespect in the trans community. So you just don't dead name.
I don't want to disrespect anyone. This is not my world anymore. I
It
don't
is, too.
understand.
You always
No,
progress and learn. You're so smart and great
I'm
and fantastic
trying
and
to,
kind.
but I mean,
You're
why
great.
can't you say a person's name before they transitioned? Is that what you're saying?
Well, my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, you guys in the chat, is that you don't dead name. That's like, I think it's called dead naming. And
Okay.
once someone's transitioned, because technically Caitlin's always been Caitlin, and I'm not even a fan of Caitlin, but I do want to respect trans people and how they want to be called and the pronouns and all that stuff.
Not
But
understanding.
why? Because
I don't, honey, because isn't Caitlin, here's why.
it's okay.
Isn't
To learn.
Caitlin,
You don't have to take any kind of like offense to it. No one's attacking you, but to just say, like, for future, Caitlin's always been Caitlin, but we're not going to cancel you. Don't worry, Nana. We're just learning. It's like no one's getting canceled. We're just
I like,
here.
it's
We're
okay, Nana.
learning.
She's learning. She's saying, and that's Haru. I love you, Haru. Bonnie's saying you can say whatever you want to, Nana. No, that's the east side in her. I gotta love her.
I think it's called dead
But-
naming. If I made that up, I'm gonna look it up just to make sure I'm not lying to you guys and making some shit up. Because I don't want
But Bruce Jenner was on the Wheaties box. Bruce was the Olympian. I'm confused. See, like there was Bruce over here. Like you can't, if you don't say Bruce Jenner, it wasn't Caitlyn.
Let me see if I'm getting it right. So
that is an
dead
Olympian.
naming is the use of the birth name or other former name of a transgender or non-binary person without the person's consent. So dead naming may be accidental, just like yours, or used to intentionally dismiss. So I think what they're trying to stop is the part where some people use it to intentionally. You'll hear a lot of people still refer to Caitlyn as Bruce, and you're like, but that's not who she is. So
I had no idea
there's
of that.
thing
Sorry, I don't want to.
You're not supposed to know.
I don't want to make.
You're learning.
No, I don't want to make anybody's world worse.
I mean,
we have
in
to
honesty,
make each other
Nana,
feel better.
And that's a really nice, perfect way to put it. But you don't probably have any trans friends, right? So this is all a learning curve for you, you know. But like in Los Angeles, I have a lot of trans friends.
Okay.
So these are terms I hear, and then I want to understand them better. And I hope I'm not misusing, but it seems like I'm using it right. But yours was accidental, but some people do it intentionally to dismiss, deny, or reject the person's gender identity. And it's called dead naming.
No,
that's what they call it.
I mean, there's a lot of things that have changed, you know, even when I went to get my flu shot just the other day, you know, and things you have to fill out. What do you associate with? And it's, you know, male, female, other, you know, I've never seen that before, you know, just different things like that.
Well, other could be non-binary. So non-binary is basically you don't necessarily feel you don't feel one gender or the other. You're non-binary. So that's all that is. So if you're an other, it's not like you're an other species. You just not necessarily.
No, I just didn't understand. You know, I'm just looking at things like that, you know, because this is so new to me. And people my age are just looking like, wow.
This is the thing though that I like these discussions because I feel like we can all learn without anyone feeling like, oh my God, because I think the first go-to is like, I can't learn anymore. This is ridiculous. I think a lot of people want to make this harder than it is. And it really isn't. And the more we just make it, you know, normalize it.
I only say that about computer stuff. I don't say that about people that I can't learn more. But computer stuff.
But sometimes, like tonight, you were like, oh, this world isn't for me anymore. That's not the case.
No, sometimes I feel like sometimes I feel like it's just moving too fast, or it's not moving fast enough when we're talking about civil rights, or it's not, you know, I mean, it's just, there's been so much. I mean, Lucy and I were talking about this, that she goes, Nana, you saw things for 67 years. I go, yeah, I did. And I saw a lot of sad things. I've seen a lot of happy things, Lucy. So we were just talking about things like that. Certainly.
Yeah, but I think it's wonderful that you ask questions and you allow me to tell you things, and then I allow you to teach me things, and that's the great thing. And I think that's the cool thing about different generations, because Lucy's going to talk to both of us like we are dinosaurs and be like, you guys, what are you talking about? But we'll continue to learn from Lucy, you know? So it's just this constant progression of learning to just overall help humanity. I'm not saying you didn't do anything wrong. I'm just saying that in the future, like that's considered to be dead name. But like Jennifer Love Spewitt said, again, in the definition of of dead naming, you weren't doing it to be. It can be accidental, so it's not anything intentional.
Yeah,
You
I was
hurt
just
anyone.
talking about
Yeah.
right. Someone who was an Olympian champion.
Yeah. No. And you're not
Okay.
wrong there. I think the number one thing in it is like the consent. And I don't know Caitlin's position of speaking of her accomplishments prior to, because in Caitlin's eyes, she was always Caitlin. Do you know what I mean?
Was
With
she
trans
talking?
people.
But she also was talking about reverting back.
When?
It wasn't that long ago. I mean, I don't know, 6 months ago, reverting back. And maybe I'm wrong with that, but that's what I thought I had heard with the Kardashians.
Really? Sarah has an analogy. It would be like someone continually calling you by your maiden name when you are married. An analogy, it's like dismissing your marriage or dismissing their gender identity. You know what I mean? So it's just
okay. All right.
I don't know. I just like to teach, my mom, and my mom teaches me stuff, and then we just help each other out so that in the future, I would hate for you to ever be in a situation where you
No,
know.
I don't want to. No, certainly I don't want to, or certainly hurt anyone's feelings or make people
Caitlin is
feel
more, I think, understanding about it just because, like Jennifer Love Spew says, she allows her daughters to call her dad because that's always been their relationship with them. Her relationship with them. So yeah, it's definitely not easy, but it's not something we can't do as a society, just to respect each other as we learn and go forward. So I don't know, but you didn't do anything wrong.
No, it's a tough
Sharing is caring
world. No. But it's a tough world to get through now. And I'm not going to bring up the verdict today or things. I'm just going to leave it be.
You've already brought it up twice. So I like that you're leaving it be. Yes.
I'm leaving it be.
We're learning with an open heart and open mind, which you definitely have with Nana is so open.
Oh, thank you guys.
I
try to,
and I
but
think
sometimes I fail.
And I think most people are confused on the dead naming too, because these are relatively new to us. If you're like cisgendered, straight individuals, you probably aren't as privy. I mean, I know I wasn't. I misgendered someone at an open mic. And that was years ago when I first got to LA, and I had never heard the word misgendered. And in the mic, they kept saying, don't misgender, don't misgender. And there's a trans woman that ran the mic with a cisgendered woman, and cisgendered is just meaning you identify as the gender that you were born as. So you'd be cisgendered, I'm cisgendered. So the trans woman kept saying, don't, what was the word I just said? Now I forgot it myself. Misgender. So I accidentally did misgender. And everyone at the table, I wish they would have had a little more grace for me. They didn't. They're like, you just misgendered. And I was like, I didn't even mean to. I don't even know what that means. And I had never heard that. I just came from Minnesota. I had never heard of misgendering. And then once they did explain it to my friend, Amber was with me, and she explained it to me very kindly. And then I was like, oh, of course. Yes. I would never want to call someone by the gender that they don't. But I mean, that's the thing. It's a constant learning process. And some of you are like, I don't really care.
I just, we're going to move on.
Yeah. Like Jennifer Love Spew would say, Caitlin is a disaster for the trans community. She's done nothing to help them. I do not like Caitlin. But just as an overall, for future trans people, we want to protect the future, not Caitlin, I guess. But back to this breastplate. I mean, what is going on here?
I don't understand that. I've just been more bosomy in my life, and that just doesn't appear.
But I was talking to Jake about this, and he said in other outfits she did seem more bosomy.
I like that word, bosomy. It just
this
makes
could
you
just
feel
be
like,
the way. It could be the way she taped them. It could also be a new reduction or implant. And what happens is when my friend got them, they sit real high at first, and you have to literally wear special bras and massage those babies down
to get them down.
Yeah, but some people don't want them. Some people want them to look as fake as possible. It all depends on the preference.
Is there any way to get them back up besides
So
masking tape and duct tape? Okay.
Natalie is killing it with the comebacks now. He's like, Caitlin narrated the Bruce Jenner doc on Netflix. So she'll be fine.
Jamie B. Caitlin
Caitlin
sucks.
sucks.
Okay. Allegedly, Jamie. Allegedly.
But yes, okay.
It's right up there with me not bringing up the verdict because I really want to talk about it.
This is the third time you brought it up. So Nana said, what did you call him? You called him Rottenhouse?
I did. I mean, I put it in there, you know.
Yeah. Did it autocorrect to Rottenhouse?
It
And then you
auto-corrected to Rottenhouse, so it's not my fault. I just, I don't know.
You
what's
don't like
happening.
the gunnos. You don't like the gunnos.
You put it
The automatics.
Automatic rifle? What are you doing with an automatic rifle? You're 17 years old when this took place. Stop it.
His mom drove him. He had permission.
I know.
Mom, what a good mom.
Got a note.
He basically Karen the situation. He showed up somewhere to clean graffiti with an AR-15. I wonder how well that cleaned the graffiti. Okay, so back to it. Which part are we on now? So they're at the Vale House.
Okay, they're at the
She's
Vale
in the
House.
club.
She met with the two women. Then Mary comes in and she says, I'm going to have to get some more bubbles. Yeah, you are. Under her breath, she says, Meredith may know something.
Oh, Lisa said this. Yes, I have a screen grab of that somewhere. Okay, so here she is on there. So Lisa is such a little sneaky snake. She's a snake.
She's talking to her husband at this point, I believe.
Or lawyers. She talked to 5 or 6 lawyers.
She's so full of herself. It's like, stop it.
And she's trying to cover. She's like, I know Meredith might know something. And whenever someone has to overly talk when they're supposed to be sad or crying about something, that means that they don't care. Because she was like, I just feel so bad for the family. I feel so bad. And then she couldn't muster the tears, so she put her sunglasses on. I just feel so bad. When Heather looked like she was legit crying. So
she did. Now Heather has a good heart. Heather has a good heart. I think Heather does. I just love Heather. Jen, I'm not sure she knows what to make of all this yet. Jenny. Lisa, phony. So the girls are freaking out with all the news stations are saying she's under arrest. Whitney's reading everything coming through. And I like that, that she's in the back of this. It's not really a van, or is it? Would you say it's a van? Yeah. Okay.
It's like a party bus van.
Yeah, it does. Only, there's no crap on the floor and it's pretty leathery.
Well, they mostly are until you get drunk and barf and pee in them and
there you go.
Your, thong booty on the stripper pole.
And money laundering, fraud, hitting the most vulnerable elderly adults. That's all I had to hear. And I thought, you know what? Rot in hell.
Nana said, you rot in hell. You go to hell.
Serious.
Yeah. Wasn't that from like South Park? You go to hell.
No, I think that was the girl who was going out with, what was her name? Was it Jen too? The one that had the whole makeover. What was her name? Angie. Angie, baby. You're a self-made lady. Yeah, Angie. Didn't that sound like Angie?
Who?
Angie, who got the new body and showed everybody her boobies on the show. Not Beverly Hills.
What show?
Oh, it was a 90 Day.
Oh, you're talking about 90 Day. I was like, who? Oh, ew. Angela from 90 Day.
Didn't that sound like her, though? You're going to hell.
Her lives lately have been straight trash. She turned on JoJo, her friend, who helped her, and is now, she can barely keep her teeth in her mouth, and she's sucking down cigarettes, and she's got Michael on Zoom from Africa, and she's like, right, Michael, right, Michael. And he's like, she's like, JoJo's bad, she's not a good person, JoJo. And she's like sucking her Fixodent in, and I'm like, Angela is a disgusting person. She's so, I don't care what anyone says, she's disgusting. She's a trash can.
But
She's
well,
so bad.
she is a trash can. But what I'm saying is, when I said she can just
I
go
love
to
hearing you say
hell.
she's a trash can. It sounds like she would say that. Yes, I do. But
It
my
doesn't.
husband says it's Cartman. He goes, "You go to hell. You go to hell.
Oh,
You
it's
die."
Cartman.
Cartman,
South Park.
Cartman says-
Chell knows. Okay, cool. I like South Park. That's quite the show.
Jenny was awesome in the scene. I'm sorry, Jenny's a great addition so far. So fantastic. Bravo. Jenny's just like, calm down. It's just one publication. Like, she's just been charged. Like, I don't know. And then at one point I took a screen grab. Jenny's just drinking from like her root beer or something. And all these women are like, oh, I feel so bad. And Jenny's just like, you guys are being so dramatic. And I'm just gonna drink. Look at her face. I mean, it's just so. I feel like Jenny can hold her own and more in this group.
Pass the Cheetos. Yes, there you go.
Yeah, Jenny's like, I just want to have fun. I want to go through her bag. I want to eat her snacks. If she is indicted for a federal crime, that is not going to ruin my party. Okay, Jen Shah?
I know. I totally understand what Jenny's thinking right there as she's sitting there going, "The Lion King lives. I don't care." Okay.
What's that from?
No, I mean her husband, the big Lion King producer or something.
Nana,
isn't
you
he?
just got her mixed up with the Beverly Hills lady, Crystal.
Oh, sure enough.
Nana, you're doing all the things that I don't want you to do tonight. I mean, Nana.
That's
we only
right.
have two Asian women in the entire franchise, I think.
I thought it was the Lion King woman. I just get mixed up. You guys, I just get mixed up. Stop
I know.
it.
We love you, but this is something that Asian women go through constantly. Indian women, people are like, they all look. I do a joke about it, that how white people always think people of other color look like, but really we look alike. White people, I can't tell them apart. I dated a guy in Wisconsin. Dated him. We went to Target, got separated, never saw him again because all the white dudes in Wisconsin look alike. Oh my God,
I get mixed up.
See, people are like, no, Nana, no. This is why we just have to like keep helping Nana, because
you know what?
I can't have
you don't have to help me.
Out in the world going, hey, Crystal, and she's like, I'm Jenny.
I knew she was Jenny, but I kept thinking that okay.
There's
that's
three Asian women in the entire Housewives franchise, and you managed to mistake.
Oh, I don't know if I'm long for this. I'm serious. I really did think that was her. I'm sorry. I was thinking a whole different thing. Today I had to think about it going, which one are we on? It's not Monday, so it's not 90 day. So we're doing Salt Lake City. It's hard to keep everything in focus. Okay.
Thank you. Only one job. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone's like, don't pick on it. No, we're helping Nana. It's okay.
Thanks, Kate.
Just like recognizing it. Yeah, Jenny's Vietnamese and Crystal's Chinese. And then there's a woman who is a doctor on Dallas, but I don't know. I don't know her heritage. I'm not sure. Not sure. But yeah, wrong lady. It's okay, Nana. We're learning. We're learning.
See, Tracy saying, oh, we can't even keep Lisa and Meredith straight. I know. See, I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
true.
Getting the franchises.
Yes.
I'm getting the franchises turned around.
Aren't the ones that have to answer the emails and stuff that I get when this stuff happens. So.
Just a mistake. I make mistakes.
You're perfect. You're great, Nana. And you're
No, I never said I was perfect. Boy, far from it. But let's just keep going with this, and I'll try to
remember her husband is Dewey, and he's the chiropractor who wants her to have a bunch more babies. And she's like, hello, I had 13 miscarriages. And her daughter, who was born, passed away hours within giving birth to her.
Yeah.
So, but I will argue, Meredith and frickin' Lisa look alike.
They do, you guys.
They do.
The only
Crystal and Jenny look nothing alike. They have not one same feature.
No, but Lisa and Meredith swear. I mean, I would get them mixed up all the time.
They look that's what I'm saying. White people look alike. So many white people, okay, look alike. If you go up to the Midwest, some of these people, I'm like, is that my brother? I have no idea. Like some of these dudes especially, they look alike too.
So the girls are freaking out with all the stations covering it. And I love Whitney because she's reading everything about it. Heather is just bumming out. I like how they dress for this. I mean, wouldn't you wear something a little more sporty? They're so dressed up.
These two?
Don't you
No,
think? Look at that.
Oh no, they're wearing athleisure.
Really? That looks
So
dressed
that's
up.
a
It looks like a
Nike.
black.
Whitney has a Nike on. They're both wearing some kind of like athleisure pants.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So yeah, it's probably expensive athleisure. I mean, Whitney's is Nike. I don't know what had theirs.
Tell
Is
you,
maybe
my
like
athleisure
Lululemon.
doesn't look like that. Eric Spear. Let's bring Eric Spear up. Eric, are you on my side on anything, honey? Nana, sorry, he's late. My oldest brother, best friend's birthday is November 22. Yes. So much love. Great people
All the
born
good
on that
people.
day. Eric, thank you. You're always
Okay.
I love when you join us, honey.
Thank you, Eric. You're the best. So then we see the Jen Shah, like they hear she's got out, but so this is her leaving after being arrested. She posted bond bail, whatever it's called. And yeah, there you go. I agree, Glenn. Whitney is a lot smarter than people think she is. I love Whitney. I love that Whitney's in it. I love she can Nancy Drew it any day. Lisa Barlow, you're so fake. At least Whitney is out there saying, yeah, I'm looking shit up. Yeah, I wanted to know, how was she able to throw hundreds at on the bus? I took a screen grab of that. Remember, she was like, she did this.
Wasn't that?
And then she did this, and she's holding. I mean, how are you able to live this kind of lifestyle where you're on a party bus and you're just throwing hundreds down on people when you're in like marketing in a field that Whitney said you don't normally make Shaquille O'Neal bucks?
It's coming in the sound. Is it me? Can you hear me pretty good?
I can
Your
hear
sound
you.
is
Hopefully
kind
you
of
can
an
hear me.
echoey. Is anybody hearing an echo? Or is it just me?
This is a mess. This is a mess. Okay. So then they get to the house. Like we said, they're all talking. Let's get to the dinner portion, Nana, of your Nana notes.
The dinner portion. Okay, Lisa calls Meredith. Meredith says she's not surprised. She was very cold about this. That was sad. I don't know what I had for dinner. Let's see. Mary gets to veil, looks all over the house for Meredith. She's in the tub. She's a strange woman. Mary feels bad for Jen, and she can't believe Meredith could care less. We all could. She's soaking in her bathtub. Meredith says someone had to call the authorities on Jen. Who would that be? Meredith. I said, get a mirror. Okay. The girls arrive in Vale. Heather's crying on the bus because that's what she does. She feels she has a heart for people. Feels terrible about Jen again. Here we go. If this is true, what about the victims? And here we go again. You know, the elderly. I mean, I'm sorry. And not just them, but a lot of people that they've scammed allegedly. All the women are in Vale and picking out their bedrooms. And I like this part. And isn't that the prettiest? She looks so good in white. I love it.
So good. Does Jen Shah regret her hairstyle choice that day? I don't think so, because it sounds like Miss T is saying maybe she had the heads up, and so she had her braids ready. Her braids looked great.
I loved her braids. I thought this is one of the best she's ever looked to be taken away. Yeah. Serious. The best she's ever looked. It was darling.
So they settle into their rooms, but then they get to dinner, Nana, and what happens then?
Well, crazy Meredith greets them all still in the tub. The chef comes out, puts out this beautiful food for everyone. And that food looked fabulous, except steak tartare, which is just raw hamburger steak. That isn't my thing. But everything was so beautiful, the way they put it out there. Jen was on the run. They had a ping on her phone. They figured it out. And Meredith does not seem to be concerned at all. Jen was arrested on the side of the road, and that's how they found her. And Meredith, I was in New York. Jen called me 8 times. Okay. She brings up that Jen called, had her Meredith's store open after it closed. She's telling people these things. Mary had to have my store open. Okay. Jen's employee was with her, stole the clutch. We talked about that. That was Meredith's red flag that something was wrong.
And everyone's like, what? There was what? And she's like,
They knew.
She's like, I have the screenshots. Brooks was with me. We were in New York, and Jen went in with her crew, and they were looking at my beautiful boutique, and one of our assistants walked out with a green handbag. And I was like, excuse me, but I couldn't make much of a reaction because this is about what I can do.
That's her reaction.
And so I said, just call her back and just say, politely, did you borrow it? And then they 30 seconds answered it and he brought it back. But she kept him employed. And that's how I knew she wasn't my friend. Someone steals from you, works for you, and you keep him employed. That's when I knew it's time to call the feds. Allegedly.
Allegedly, you call the feds. We know you did,
The
Meredith.
blazer dresses don't pay for themselves. The feds do. Allegedly.
Now, and Lisa always acts like she knows something but won't tell the ladies, which I don't think Lisa knows SHIT. So,
Right?
okay? She knows nothing. She just wants to be part of the storyline. She always wants to be part of the storyline. Meredith, next week, there was something creepy about Meredith in that tub. Her face does not move when she talks. Makeup.
What
her
are you
glam
talking
squad.
about?
Her
What are
glam
you
squad
talking about?
is from the nearby mortuary. Look at her face. Look at that
Excuse me?
makeup job.
Nana, don't be jealous because my husband won't stop being a prevert during every episode, okay? And this takes us to Lisa Barlow. When Lisa Barlow was like, oh, and Heather Gay said, well, I have something interesting happen. I mean, I put Jen in an Uber or Lyft, and then I checked the status of it, and half a mile later, she was out of the Uber, like on the freeway or on a highway or something in the middle of an intersection. And then Lisa's like, oh my God, what night was that? And Heather's like, just recent. Was that 11:30 at night? You guys have any more limes? Oh, I just want to see who she's with. Heather's like, why? Why do you want to know? I just want to see who I just want to call someone to check to see if she was with someone.
Oh,
and they're like, do you think she's seeing someone else? And Lisa's like, I didn't say that. There's not enough Diet Coke here. I didn't say that. Do you guys have Taco Bell? I love Taco Bell.
She just puts it out there so everyone can start grabbing or nibbling at this bait. And there is nothing on the bait. She's got nothing. Lisa usually has nothing.
So do we think Jen's having an affair? Yeah.
Do ya?
That's what it makes it sound like. Now,
I say no. I say she's so much in love with herself, she couldn't find another person to love.
Well, she did seem pretty sad in the beginning of the season when she talked about Coach Shah filing already papers and then they got back together. So there's been problems, though. That makes me believe that maybe. But like you guys are saying, Lisa is shady. She throws these things out. Lisa kept Jen around because Lisa's one of those people. She wants someone more toxic to draw the scent off of her. It's kind of like when I used to have drinking friends. I had drinking friends that liked to have me around because I would get the most drunk, so it took attention off of them. So I had a friend, Melissa, and she loved when I got messed up and did dumb shit because then you didn't see how much she was drinking and messing up. So once I quit drinking, she said, call me when you fall off the wagon, and I never heard from her again. Lisa reminds me of her. Lisa will pretend she's your best friend when you likes to be with the people that have a lot of power, and then she likes to be with the volatile people and make sure that they're not going against her. And then she looks better. Yeah. That's how I look at Lisa. She is very manipulative. She's very childish when it comes to her friendships.
And I used to like Lisa and Meredith. They were okay, when they first started. I could throw them off to the side now. Bye.
The only person I don't want to see back right now, if I had to pick one, is probably Mary Cosby, just because I find...
Oh, that's tough. That's a tough one.
Obviously, Jen Shah, only for the mere fact that I want to see if she goes to prison. But Mary, and I guess I will keep Mary because we do want to see what's going to come out with this church stuff and all the family stuff. Because I think, like a lot of people are saying in the chat, I think the next investigation might allegedly have to do with Mary. And
where is Jen going to be? I mean, where is the trial? Maybe she can get have it in Kenosha, and they can fourth time. Okay,
They can have
let's
that
go.
shitty judge who was just so biased. It was ridiculous. When Meredith was describing it, they showed the store security cam, him grabbing the bag. The only explanation I
Oh.
could think, here's what I thought. Is that the wig, Jolene? I don't know.
Oh, for her, is that a wig for
I don't know.
Mary? Oh, that it's a fall, I would say. Remember falls, you guys? They kind of underneath the
So I sort of. So I thought that what had happened maybe, but then I hear Heather Gay's story of her saying he stole from me too. So then I'm like, this guy seems a little sus. But at first I thought, well, maybe, you come in with this big entourage. They're like, grab that. I like that. Who knows who paid for what? And maybe he grabbed it and thought that they bought that. Honest mistake, maybe, because it's kind of chaos. Jen Shah is a tornado of chaos. She needs a bunch of people around her. She needs to be validated. She's lost in this celebrity. She's probably a case study you could look at later of someone who got sick with wanting fame and money and attention, and to be this like influential person while not having the means to do it, or not getting the means in a legitimate or legal way, allegedly.
Doesn't it bother you though that this, one of the red flags being because she paid cash for things? I never saw that to be a red flag, but I suppose people don't carry that kind of cash anymore.
These women were more disturbed. They weren't as disturbed about the elderly. They were more disturbed that she was on, what is it called, the red list or something? She was red listed at Louis Vuitton, right?
Well, do they call it that because it's a red flag, or do they call it okay? I mean, I just found it strange that they all thought this was so horrendous that she was paying cash. I get excited when I have cash. I really watch my pennies a little better, but I'm not buying Louis Vuitton. I'm buying like a $10 scratch off. Okay.
Yeah, you're buying stuff from Kohl's. It's very different. I mean, if she's going into these places, I mean, let's just say she's paying cash for like Birkin bags. We saw Crystal last season. I don't know if it was a Birkin. It might have been. It was that mini bag that was like $92,000. So Jen Shah is all for opulence and she's excess and everything. So she's probably buying many Louis Vuittons. And as they were talking about in the van, the money laundering. And that's why you put it in, because Whitney was adding it all up. She's like, oh, that's why she has this business, and that's why she started this. That's why she gets all these small businesses, because you have to have somewhere for the money to funnel through. Then you got the tax write-offs and things like that. Heather knew from watching Ozark. You can learn about money laundering from watching Walter White on Breaking Bad. There's so many shows that now talk about money laundering. So I think that that's a red flag. Like, we might be getting some dirty money here, and these stores don't want to deal. I guess they just don't want to deal with dirty money, but there has to be some implication on them then.
Even the banks, if you do a drive-through and you have $100 bills, more than two or something, if you have more than $200 bills, they want to see your license, and if you're depositing, they want to see your license. And naturally, you'd be depositing, if you had your $200, and you go through the drive-through. But why do we have to show our license? They already got those little pens to say, is this good or not? But they want to see who's dropping off that kind of money. It's only $200 and they're asking for my license. Are you kidding me?
Well, some of you are saying certain people have said that you don't get red flagged or punished for spending cash there. So maybe that's just something, who knows? At this time, that is, I think, what Meredith was saying. It's gossip. So we don't know if that happened, or if that is the case. I've never bought or purchased Louis Vuitton anything, so I'm not sure.
Oh, me either. I found something.
But you do have to show your license, like you're saying, when you return shit and all that. They put it in the system.
Okay. So you're not just buying, using it, returning, buying, using it, returning.
But even at like Target and stuff, they'd ask you for that sometimes.
They're very lenient, I think Target is, about what they're taking back.
They are. Yes, I've definitely worn something with them, like, I don't like it, and they've taken it back. Credit cards lead to paper trail. That's true.
Yes, that's it. That's what I wasn't thinking through. Sure, it does. You could
Yeah.
go to my Kohl's and know everything that anybody's getting for Christmas.
If Jen is buying more than 10,000 at stores, you might get flagged.
Wow.
Also, if you have all this money to spend on all this stuff in cash, why don't you just buy one of these damn houses instead of leasing them? It seems like a really bad investment.
I don't, do they know they're going to get caught? I suppose they don't think that way.
But wouldn't you wrap it up in a house? Or is that putting a bigger red flag on you? I'm not.
But who's to say? Because we see in a lot of the housewives and different things, people have homes they don't even know about. If they're a couple,
That's what I'm saying. But why does Jen Shah not own one home? If she's
Don't
got all this money and she's
how
giving
about
cash.
that?
No,
That
they're
one,
leasing everything.
they are. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I don't know that.
All the
then.
Shah chalets. Yeah.
I thought that was
She could have bought things.
home
She
bought
could
for
have
them.
been like a Dorit situation where apparently Dorit's not welcome in some of these stores as well.
But she
So-
pays retail for everything, she said. So
She said that's what she said.
then
To buy a
allegedly-
house, they would definitely look into your. So that makes more sense because they do. Because I had applied. Me and Chell were gonna just build a house over this past summer. We went through all of it, put our earnest money down. They look through your history. They asked me for a pap smear results. It was everything. I mean, Chell had to get his balls checked. They check everything when you're buying a house. Literally, they wanted to know.
Yes.
I transfer money to Busy because we split our super chats. They're like, "What is this?" It was so funny to hear like our bank person be like, and the mortgage person, what are these transfers to Busy Blue?
I know. Is
And I
that
was like, it's for drugs. We do a lot of drugs. I can't
we
wait
do
to
a
join
lot
your
of nose
community.
candy. Thanks so much.
Yes, we're doing all the drugs, but they want to know everything. So you're right. That
Yeah. That
makes
would
more sense why she would lease
tip them off.
them.
Yes.
Mhm.
A pap smear. Oh, you're too damn funny. Well, at
No,
least you
seriously.
still get to have them. They don't want to see mine. Nobody
They're
wants
like,
to
have
see
you had
mine.
any
Okay.
abnormals? No, I'm sure people would want to see yours, Nana. Listen.
Okay,
It's your
here
birthday.
we go. It's my
It's your birthday.
birthday. Sure it is.
Okay.
We're going to stop right here because right now I would like to give a gift away.
All right.
And
So
those
that is
gifts-
our Salt Lake City, Real Houses of Salt Lake City
Yes.
recap of episode. What was that? Episode 9?
No, episode 10, honey, I believe.
Episode
Hang on. Do you mind if I
10.
kind of go back real quick? Episode 10, season 2, Highway to Vale. Highway to Hell. Who did that?
Also, I remembered, wasn't that AC/DC?
I
I'm
think so,
on a
yes.
highway to hell. Coach Shaw makes a lot of money as a coach. Yes, Renee. And once this episode was over, after I got done watching it the second time, it took me back to the first episode of the season. And when she's on the call, she says like, "Hey, honey," or whatever, like she's talking to Coach Shaw. So Coach Shaw must have tipped her off.
Well, and we find out, early on with them, seeing this only season 2, we find out early on that he's an assistant coach. So he doesn't have to be there every minute of every day, but being
Chell
nice to
says
her-
they do. Like
They do?
you're recruiting, and it's a pretty big job. That's
Oh,
what Chell
okay.
said. But I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know about foosball. I don't waste my time watching foosball. But I know there's a lot of foosball fans out there.
And that's good.
So-
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, kids, are we ready? Everybody get on. Coach makes about 200K. Oh,
Yeah,
Hello.
red flag would be, Jay, wealthy people not owning property, always paying in cash, and lots of businesses that are shells
Wow.
or shells
I
of
don't-
businesses.
who has that kind of money to think about that? Wow, that's really something. Oh, happy
Uh,
birthday, Nana.
ALS,
Thank you.
thank you so much for the super chat. I'll be 60 tomorrow. Oh my gosh, all the November 20 babies. So I'm sending my favorite Nana and fellow Scorpio birthday wishes from London,
Oh,
Ontario.
how
Thank you
beautiful.
from
Thank you so
Canada.
much. Thank you, oh Canada. I
We
love
love
that.
our
And happy
Canadian
birthday.
friends.
We sure
Yes.
do. And happy birthday to you. I love November 20th. It's just always been my 20 is my always been my go-to number, my lucky number.
Mine is 6, and I like 17 because that's my birthday. Andrea says assistant coaches actually work more than the head coach. Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
I
Chell said
stand-
too.
I stand corrected. I just assumed that they didn't have to be there all the time,
It's kind of
But,
like the big
wow.
bosses. They always have their little underlings being there when they don't want to. You know?
I've never been a big boss. I've always been an underling. Okay, here we go, kids.
All right, we are playing this. We're changing our banner. So we're done with the Nana notes. We're now going to play our game, which is Ask Nana. We're playing the Boomer Daily game. We're going to play our Ask Nana intro. And you guys, is it the first 2 questions we're giving prizes for?
Yes. The first.
Okay.
Or should I just announce? Say this one's for the prize.
Yeah, just
So
announce which ones are for the prize, but everybody answer in the chat what you think the answer is. The first person to answer correctly when it's for a prize will obviously win that prize. Now, if it's not for a prize, you will win bragging rights and we'll highlight your correct answer. So let's get started. Yes, good job, Nana. Good
Thanks.
job.
Ooh,
So proud
I'm
of you.
ready.
I'm
I'm
trying
ready
to
for
find-
Jeopardy. Okay, Joleen, what is a pussy?
What is
That's
a
always
pussy?
that's so sweet.
Isn't it nice?
Boom time, boom time.
Boom.
All right. Ready,
Question 1,
kids?
is this for a prize?
This is for a prize. And let's look at the prize again. And this is going to be the love cards from
The George Floyd
Jilly.
Memorial.
Yes. Jilly G Designs through Etsy makes these. This is where we get them. And they're just wonderful little note cards and stuff. And these are going to be the love ones, okay? And you might get some peace ones in there too. So that's nice. Oh,
Is the
happy
love
birthday.
Thanks,
Yes, it is.
Shane. Is the love
Thank
from
you,
George
Shane.
Floyd Memorial as
Yes,
well?
it
As long
is.
as the
Yes,
piece?
it
Okay.
is.
They're
The
beautiful.
Shane Shady $9.99. Thank you so much, and thank you for the happy birthday. Yes, the love and the pieces from the George Floyd Memorial.
Okay, so this is a first question is for one of the prizes. So the first person to get it right in the chat
Ready?
wins a prize. What's the question, Nana?
We love these. I have to take these off. I really want to see it. What 4-letter word did Beatnik Maynard G. Krebs utter each time he was offered employment?
Can you say it one more time a little slower? Because those sound like a different language.
What 4-letter word did Beatnik Maynard G. Krebs utter each time he was offered employment?
Okay.
Now, first of all, does everybody know who Maynard
No.
G. Krebs is?
I have no idea.
And no, Diana Lee, it's not Drake. This was on Dobie Gillis. Okay.
Okay, what was Dobie Gillis?
And it was a show. And who is a beatnik? He is like those coffee house kind of guys, and he had the little
the poetry guys who were like, like from
Yeah.
Peggy Sue Got Married. One of her guys, when she went back in time, was a beatnik, right?
So what 4-letter word? That is correct. Did
Dobie
Beatnik
Gillis.
Maynard G. Krebs.
Soviet Gillis's buddy. That's what Bonnie's saying. Miss T's like me. Who? Renee said Dobie
Okay.
Gillis. Glenn
It's
says
Dobie
sure.
Gillis.
Is it
It's like
is that the 4-letter word?
Dobie. Da 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 da.
Gosh?
Dobie. Ba 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 ba. So let's do it again.
Is
We're
it
gonna
gosh?
No, I'm
Is it
watching.
cool?
No, it isn't. What 4-letter word did Beatnik Maynard G. Krebs utter each time he was offered employment? What did he offer? They was
Zane?
offered employment, and what
Crazy.
did he say?
Yikes. Bazanga. No, that's not 4 letters. He said
"Yeah, Cats" is like a hippie from Frankie Avalon movies. I forgot about that. That's
Frankie
right.
Avalon. Oh no,
Oh,
that's
he's
Mickey Avalon.
so
Sorry.
bad. Oh, hot, 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 hot.
Okay, so was it a naughty word?
Oh my
Because
gosh,
4-letter
no,
words
this
are
was the
normally
50s.
naughty, like shit.
This is the 50s, guys. So
Okay,
what
so did he
4-letter
say-
word?
Can you give us a clue?
I'm waiting for somebody
Was
here.
it stop?
No,
Was it nope?
no, it was
Was it
not.
zang?
No, so what 4-letter word did Beatnik Maynard G. Krebs utter each time he was offered employment?
Linda Burke says scat.
Hint, please.
People are
Eric,
saying
I like
pass.
that. There it is.
didn't wanna work.
GRFX designers work. That's
Graphics
it.
designer. Snap.
You got
Snap.
it. Work. It's work.
Oh,
He
oh,
would
wait, it's
say
work? Oh, that was snap.
yes. What? It's a
Say
4-letter
work?
word, and he'd go work. You know, and that
Work.
was his trademark kind of thing. Maynard G. Krebs was also Gilligan from Gilligan's Island. So
Okay, I
Bob
gotta
Denver.
look this shit up because I can't even.
So
Bob Denver, I
and
thought he
Carolyn,
died in a plane crash and was a singer.
that's John Denver. Rocky Mountain High to you, Jolene.
Okay.
So
Dobie Gillis.
graph
I'm looking it up. Graphics
designer. It is
Graphics.
work, graphics designer. And did you ever send me the last person that got that? Because I haven't sent out anything, honey. Who got it last week?
Or who got it on Monday? You guys
Yes.
remind us, because I don't know. I don't think I got anything. If I did, be like, Jolene, duh, I got it for you.
I'm just writing designer 03. So what we'd like you to do is please send Joleen your address so I can mail those cards to you from Jilly G Designs.
Okay. So this
Okay,
is
does that
Dobie
make-
Gillis.
Yes.
These
and
kids.
Dwayne Hickman, he's still alive. Dwayne Hickman's still alive.
Who?
That's Dobie Gillis, Dwayne Hickman.
This guy?
And
He's
then
not
Maynard-
alive. Is Gilligan alive?
No, that's Maynard G. Krebs to the right with the little goatee. That's Gilligan.
That's what Gilligan's name was, Maynard.
Well, honey, on the show, Maynard G. Krebs, his real name is Bob Denver.
What? But not John Denver. I'm so confused.
Bob.
Okay, so graphics. Feel free to DM me on Instagram or send me an email.
Congratulations.
Jolene reacts at gmail.com. If you could. Thank you, Sarah. Oh, Sarah, you're so great. Yeah, you can just email me your address so that Nana
She's
can
on
send
it.
and I forward it to
Sarah's
her. Okay.
always on it. I love it.
So this is Maynard G. Krebs, but his real name is Bob John Denver.
Bob Denver.
And then
Okay.
what's this guy's name?
That's Dobie Gillis and Dwayne Hickman is his real name. And his father owned a store. Okay, Dobie Gillis, his father owned a store, a grocery store, and him and his father and the mother ran the store, and they're always trying to get Dobie to work at it, and he just didn't. And this is the 50s, and it was really cute. And his father's name was something Phelan. He's also was Ernie the cab driver on It's a Wonderful Life, his father.
I love him.
Not in real life, but in the show, Dobie Gillis.
Oh, this is so Inception. You're in set and who's the lady in the picture?
She just doesn't look familiar to me. His all-time love was Thalia Menninger. Thalia Menninger. Another person that was on here was, who's the guy that was sleeping? I think you think the song is about you. You're so vain. Who is that?
Warren Beatty.
He was on this show too.
Warren Beatty was on this show.
Really, really young, and he played a really rich guy, and he would get all the women, and yes. So love this show. When I could see it again, I was so thrilled because I remember being a little kid watching it, and I just thought it was cool. So,
oh my gosh! Well, so. When did Bob Denver die?
I want to say it's got to be all of 8-9 years ago, you guys. Maybe I'm wrong.
He was
Maybe
such
it's
a cutie.
Yes, very. And I just loved him. Just loved his character and stuff. Certainly loved him here. Dwayne Hickman, he's got to be in his 80s, early 80s
he's
or
still
so.
Kicking it, huh?
He's still with us. Let's
find out who this woman is, because I feel like we're just
I don't know.
We don't know her.
Well, honey, I don't, because he had a lot of girlfriends. Now,
Maynard,
Zelda
and one of
Gilroy.
Dobie's many loves, her name is Yvette LeBlanc, which is Danielle Demetz.
Okay. Now, Zelda, she was always after Dobie, and she would always squinch up her nose like that. Zelda, what was your last name? Anybody? Zeldy?
Let me click on the cast.
Zelda.
Let me click on the cast here, Nana.
Was it Zelda Gilroy?
So we have Bob Denver, Dwayne Hickman, Dobie. We have Herbert Gillis. We have Winifred Gillis. Oh, and Florida is her real name.
Well, yes,
she so familiar
because she was on the Bob Newhart, and she was one of the patients of Bob Newhart on the Bob Newhart show. That was when he was a psychiatrist.
It is Zelda Gilroy.
Okay. I hate second guessing myself.
Anna, she was a former member of the California State Senate.
Yes. And she also, I didn't say that, but that is true. And she also is a gay person and came out for, gay rights and things. Not in the 50s, not in the 60s, maybe more in the 80s. Yeah, certainly we didn't. You didn't do that. You didn't hear about that.
Now she's a Los Angeles County Supervisor, District 3. Let's see if in her about if she has Dobie Gillis.
I don't know. I wonder if she would meet Sheila. Quality of life. No, it's more
She
about.
wants to increase the minimum wage, bringing together 3 county health departments, criminal justice reform, homelessness and housing, families and children. All right. Where's Dobie Gillis? That's all good and dandy, Randy. She's like, that has nothing to do with my public service.
Right.
Get it there, cutie.
Anybody that was a fan knows this stuff. And she was a little bit of thing on the show.
Just a little bit.
I love this kind of stuff, you guys. This old TV shows. I love this. It always interests me. I will love doing these questions. So, graphic designer, please send it to
email
Joleen.
me your address. Okay, Nana. What's the next? Is this next question for a prize or is this just for bragging rights?
Let's do bragging rights on this one. That one was a tough one. I will say
Yeah,
that.
if you got that one, you deserve a prize. That was hard. I didn't even know John Denver was on TV. Just kidding. I'm sorry.
That hurts in so many ways.
Not on Nana's birthday.
It made headlines when Muhammad Ali refused military induction. It made headlines when Muhammad Ali refused military induction. What year was this? When he said, no, I'm not going to go fight in Vietnam. What year was this?
Vietnam lasted forever, too. It could have been 1910. Could have been 1992. No. I feel like we were in that for way too long.
So, okay, Muhammad Ali, if there's any Muhammad Ali fans, which my husband certainly is, Joleen's dad, that's big Muhammad Ali.
What year? Okay, we're getting some guesses. The first guess is Andrea.
1967. Andrea, you got it. That was it.
Andrea, bragging rights. Woo, woo, woo.
1967. I wouldn't have guessed that. I would have guessed a little later.
What year did the Vietnam start?
That's a really good question because Lyndon Johnson talks about it. Kennedy, I want to say 64, 65.
Man, it started November 1st, 1955, and it went to April 30th, 1975. So the year after you were born, we were in a war.
See,
that's a long ass war.
That's a long time. See, in my head, I'm thinking like when Lyndon took over,
years.
Right when February 63. Wow, that's huge. All right.
All right. Now, is this one for bragging rights again?
I have to think about this for a minute.
Yeah, it was long, Aaron. All these wars
really is.
We seem to get into last forever.
I couldn't believe that. 1975, huh?
Yeah, to 1975.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, this might be a little tough for some.
But the U.S. didn't enter until 1965.
Thank you. See, now when you said 55 and I mentioned, did I say 65, you guys?
You probably did.
I thought maybe it was 63, 64 because JFK was assassinated November 22nd, 1963. When Lyndon Johnson took over, he was having to battle that.
Anna, you had a very turbulent that time for boomers being raised during that time. That was so much political and cultural strife and assassinations and war and just horrible. Ali also got fined 10 G's. If I was Ali, I'd be like, here you go. I'll pay it.
He got his belt taken away. The belt, the big belt that says,
but
champion
his
and stuff.
reasoning made so much sense. It's like here where I'm an American citizen, my rights, I don't have the same rights. Why would I fight for a country that's not fighting for me within its borders? I've watched so many Muhammad Ali documentaries, and it made perfect sense why this man was like, why should I fight? This country right now, we're dealing with this civil rights crisis, and you look at a man like me and the color of my skin, and I'm getting treated far, far differently and very poorly. So why would I go fight for this? For a country that's not fighting for me? It made sense.
Totally understandable. Totally understandable. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, here we go. Ready? We're going to go with this one. And we're going to go and this is going to be for the cards again. Okay.
Oh, so this is a prize question, you guys. So here we go. Here we go. If you get this right, the first person gets some cards. Oh, make it make sense. Cash Apped your Neiman Marcus birthday donation. I just say Neiman Marcus because Mims is just he's so
what does that
wonderfully
mean?
Fancy. He Cash App. So it's like Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. You can send them through there.
How nice.
And remember when we had Mims on and then we got his channel up to, I don't know what it's at now, but you guys keep subscribing to make it make sense. Him and Busy have been covering the girls trip, the Housewives All-Stars trip. I got to watch it and do some coverage of my own, but I think it's on Peacock. Do I have Peacock? I don't even know if I
don't have Peacock.
Okay. We don't have Peacock.
But I'll get some salve and get rid of it if I do have it. Anyway, stop it. It wasn't even funny, Eileen. Come on.
Yes. Okay, Nana, this is the next question for a prize.
Ready,
this is the last
guys?
prize of the night. And then after this, it'll just be for fun.
No, I'd like to give 3 away for my birthday because you guys have been so generous.
Nana,
I'd like to give 3 away. So this is for a prize. Still with people. We still got 144 with us.
Jamie
That's great.
B, thank you.
What did Jamie
send
B
you my
say?
info.
Okay.
All right. You ready? Get your fingers ready to answer. You okay, Nana?
Yes, I just really have to think about this. I'm getting vibes from back in the day. This is very interesting to me. According to Neil Diamond, he's
not
a
Neil
singer.
Young. Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond. According
what did
to
he
Neil,
sing?
Sit back and relax. According to Neil Diamond's lyric for the Monkees hit song, Neil Diamond wrote for the Monkees. A lot of different songs for different people. According to Neil Diamond's lyric for the Monkees hit song, when exactly did he become a believer?
He wrote, Hey, I'm a believer.
It's called I'm a Believer. Neil Diamond. That's okay. That's Hey, I'm the Monkees. That's very close.
I combined Hey, I'm a believer.
Hey, I'm a believer.
And people say I'm believing around.
Okay, so let's say it again.
Okay.
All right, I'm just looking. Confusing. Happy birthday to the beautiful, talented, charming Nana. Thank you. By the way, risks making my competitive side come out. Oh,
Thank you, Fly Girl, for the super sticker. We appreciate
it. I love being that person, being the one that's so. I gotta get the answer right. I gotta get the answer right.
I saw her face.
Here we go. That's it.
Andrea,
again.
2 in a row, 2 in a row, 2 in a row, 2 in a row.
2 in a row, honey. You're getting 2 of them. When I saw her face, I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried.
Does it go? Without a trace, no doubt in my mind, I'm in love. Ooh, I'm a believer. I couldn't
leave her if I tried. Okay, I love this.
Which monkey did I pick that would be sexy? And then we pulled them up, and I was like, well, which one did I like?
Well,
you made me pick one. Because your favorite is
Mickey.
Okay, Mickey. And mine was the other tall one who's now just into just pot and posting pictures of his food.
Mike Nesmith.
Yeah, Mike Nesmith. I think I picked the wrong one. But he wore a beanie, right?
Yeah, he wore a knit cap. They didn't call it a beanie. Knit cap.
Oh, a knit cap. All right, Andrea, make sure you email me, jolenereacts@gmail.com. And
honey, you get 2 prizes.
If you don't mind dropping in the chat. No, the first one was for bragging rights. So she got bragging rights, and then she gets a prize.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay, so make sure that I know that Andrea gets this. Andrea,
or Andrea.
I want to say Andrea because of Beverly Hills 90210. Okay. Okay.
Oh, do you like the guy with the fisherman toque? Yes. Because am I pronouncing it right? Canadians and Shan, Canadian. So Canadians, they don't call them beanies or knit caps. They call them toques or toques.
Oh,
toques,
okay.
I think is way cuter to call it a toque.
Oh, it's a tube
Or
or
a
toe?
toe.
Please,
If you're talking about my boyfriend from the Monkees. So everyone loves this game and they want us to play this all the time, Nana. That's the feedback we're getting.
you know, I love this game myself, you guys. I really can't afford all the prizes right away, but you know, I can afford 3 tonight. You know, that's nice. But
Speaking of Mickey, Lazy Buddha said, I tried to send you something off your Amazon list, but Amazon said it could deliver it. They'll try again. That was nice of you, Lazy
wait,
Buddhist.
serious?
Didn't you call Lazy Buddhist Larry or something?
You know, I get things so mixed up. I'm calling, you know, poor Jenny. I'm calling her someone else. So, you know, I'm getting things mixed up tonight.
It
You know,
rhymes with Luke, Nana. It's a toque.
Oh, toque.
So yeah, so your beanie, your
I
hat,
have
your neck would be a
never
toque.
like this. Is this
It's our
would be
neighbors to the north.
honey? This would be a toque.
No, that's like isn't that like the hat Fat Albert wore?
Oh,
Let me look.
I
Hold on.
hope not.
Not Fat Albert. Oh, who was the guy? Not Fat Albert. It was he wore suspenders.
Oh,
Hey, what show was that?
That was Give Me a Break. No, that was no, that was with Nell Carter.
Rerun.
What was his?
Yeah, it looks like
Yes.
Rerun. Cat. Yes. Rerun from what's happening. From what's happening.
And Rerun didn't say that. Haywood did. What was his last name? Was Haywood.
This is what you look like.
It wasn't Good Times. It wasn't Blippi. What was it? And don't say I look like him. He's darling. He's passed now.
Darling.
His first name is Fred.
It is
real
Fred.
life.
It's Fred Berry, and he's a cutie patootie. No, and it's kind of a little different because his doesn't look to have like the front thing. His is more of a
What's happening? They're saying.
Yeah, what's happening?
Thank you. That's what it was. And what?
It's more of a beret.
Okay, beret. And the waitress was Shirley. Remember Shirley?
Oh,
she
yeah.
passed away now too.
I liked her.
Yeah,
Haywood
I
Nelson,
liked
he
him.
played Dwayne. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's who it was. Oh, honey, I just thought he was the cutest thing out there. Oh, so
Ask
cute.
Lucy if it looks like Blippi's hat. Oh, Frank knows all about Blippi. So this is Blippi, Nana. Let's see.
I don't know who Blippi is.
Oh my God, this is who Nana looks like. Frickin' Blippi.
Who's
okay,
Blippi?
You'll see. This is you, Nana. This is you now.
Oh, Wayne. Oh, so cute. Wayne Haywood.
Okay, here we go.
Wayne.
This is I don't know what this guy's doing, but he's doing some kind of kids show, I think, from YouTube, and he's killing it.
I love it. I think kids shows would be so
You look like him.
Fun. Oh, have you seen him? I don't effing look like him. Shut the hell up.
You look like him.
He's wearing a breastplate, and I've never worn one. Stop it.
He's even got his own. This is Nana. Wait. Oh no, you can't see. Hold on. Stop screen. Okay. Share. All right. Share screen, and we will go here. We'll go Blippi. Nana, Blippi. Here, I'm gonna drop off so we can compare.
Okay, well, let's see. Kind of like the same kind of nose. Oh, that's too funny.
Nana is Blippi.
Put a quarter in the swear jar. I guess I did. Yeah. Put a quarter in the swear jar. Who make it make sense? You know who says that? Jake from 2.5 Men. Okay.
Oh, Nana's love for.
I'm on
used
this.
To visit me and bring all her 2.5 Men DVDs, and she was like, "Isn't this hilarious?" And I was like, "I only want to die a little bit."
Oh, honey,
I just like the neighbor girl. I just liked her. And
I loved Rose.
Like the lady that passed away recently. There.
Oh my God, she's the best. Berta, the housekeeper.
But I could do without Charlie Sheen forever.
Oh, true story.
Okay, so is this
ready?
Next one for a valuable prize?
This is a valuable prize, and this will be the last valuable prize. And second to last question of the evening. Okay.
Well, I want you to ask me a couple just to see, because I had fun, because then we were sharing stories like your KFC days. If you guys missed Monday's episode of 90 Day with Nana, go watch it, because we divulged a lot of information about Nana and how she desperately wanted employment at KFC and they denied her. So she was hired by the government instead.
This is stop love it. This is a
So
new
one
story
more-
hat. I like that. Okay.
One more prize, and then we'll just kind of do a couple like random.
This is for a prize, though, you
This
guys.
is for a prize.
And this is the KFC stories. Yeah, that's funny.
Those were the best.
Well, Linda was up there with me, so she got it. Which duo?
Did Linda work at KFC? Did we say that already?
No, she did not. She worked across the street at Hearthside Pizza as a waitress.
That sounds more fun, honestly. A pizza place?
I just didn't even get a job. I mean, I should have.
No one would hire Nana. What? I
Look.
just want to know what you did, what you said that you could not get a job and all your friends got jobs. You couldn't get hired at KFC.
I know, but that's the only place I really tried. And then I worked for my uncle at the fairs and stuff like that. But that wasn't like your basic job. Get there and do your job and get a paycheck. Those people had money and stuff. I never had any money. How dare KFC? Yeah. Take your breasts and thighs elsewhere, they said. Anyway.
Man, I just think they saw your klepto tendencies. I do. I think that
I was
like,
not a klepto. No.
Not then? No? Okay.
No. I wouldn't be
Right.
trusted near a fryer. All I wanted to do was wait on people. And
She just
they
wanted
fired.
to, "Hi,
Oh,
welcome to
yeah.
KFC."
Linda got fired from Hearthside. But Linda got
You
fired
probably
for a
went over
reason.
there and you guys smoked a couple J's behind you and go back in, Linda.
That's not a true story. She was having a meeting. I'll tell you how she got fired.
Okay.
Verification.
We already know how she lost her virginity, so now we get to learn how she got fired from a pizza joint. Let's say it.
Shut up. Stop it. She got fired because our friend Nettie's mother kept calling Linda's work to try to find out where Nettie was. She didn't come home from a party. Okay. So that happened. Okay. So Linda's boss, they were having a meeting around their little tables about too many personal calls. During that too many personal calls meeting, Linda got about 8 phone calls from Nettie's mom, and she got ousted. Okay, am I close?
Couldn't they just block this one woman and be like, "Hey, you can't call
do
her at
that.
work."
No, they don't. We didn't have that stuff. We had rotary phones. Hello,
So
Linda, it's for
Nettie's
you.
mom, little Eyelet.
Little Eyelet.
Where's Nettie?
Where's Nettie? I know you know where she is. Linda, am I
Her
close?
mom thought I was lying.
Her mom thought I was lying. Yes. And then she came to my house. She came, Eyelet, because they lived like 2 blocks down, knocking at the door. And
What year was this?
1970, Linda. Am I looking at 70,
Okay,
71?
so we were still in Vietnam. Got it. Okay.
Okay. We had our own war stories. Serious.
Yeah. Mhm.
But her mom comes and knocks on my door. And I answer
Come
the
and
door.
knock on my door.
Come on, knock on my door. We'll be waiting for you. So I said, no, I don't, Mrs. Pelzer, I don't know where she is. And here comes my mom. Here comes Ethel right behind me going, if Eileen says she doesn't know where she is, she doesn't know where she is. So poor Nettie.
That's when people ask, like, how are you so sassy? I'm like, first of all, Nana's sassier than she lets on. But my grandma, Nana's mom, was sassy and she would tell you off, and that's where I got it from. Like, I'm so proud to get my sassiness from her because she would be like, excuse me, and then boom boom pow, make these dudes cry. And I love it. Nana killed him with kindness. Ethel was like, and you are, and why are you here,
and why are you here? The meeting, I mean, it really is funny though, Linda.
It was an
wasn't
intervention for Linda.
No, because she was a good worker and stuff. And then here this whole big meeting.
Where was Nettie? Where was Nettie? We know Nettie was so fun. Like the stories you guys tell about her. So was she with like just friends partying, having a good time, not working at KFC?
She wasn't working because she did work. I take that back. She worked at Bonanza down the street. There was
Bonanza. The TV show?
Bonanza? No. It was a steakhouse. And named after the show Bonanza with, Little Joe and Hoss. And
Little John? I only know Little John.
Little Joe.
Okay. What? Okay.
Michael Landon. Landon. From Bonanza.
Price is Right. From
Little House.
Prairie Home Companion. Oh, yeah. Little House of the Prairie.
It wasn't Prairie Home Companion.
No.
Sweet Jesus. You know
it's been
what?
a long time. Now, so Nettie was at Bonanza working? She wasn't partying?
No, she was partying, but she did work. That was the thing. And you would take a little tray and you would order your steak and you get a baked potato and a salad and you go sit down at some picnic table. And that was Bonanza. Okay.
Linda said she lost her car.
Oh, we had to go find her car because she couldn't remember where she put it.
So
She was
Bonanza
a lot of
restaurant
fun.
was a thing. Lots of people remember
Oh,
that.
yes. And big white building, big, you
Is
know,
this
big.
a chain? Like an
Yes.
Outback?
Like a Sizzler. Yeah. Cat saying like a Sizzler.
Oh, like a
yeah.
Sizzler.
It was really
Okay.
good. It was really good back in the day. And I
Like
liked
a
the big baked potato.
I loved Ponderosa. There was a Ponderosa near where we grew up. Remember down the
Oh, there
street?
was.
And
That's
I always
right.
thought, oh my God, my parents must be killing it. We're going to Ponderosa again. Like I really felt fancy because you got all you could eat salad bar and then you got a steak. And I was like, dang, my parents were working hard. Thank you. Like I was like bougie. Like, did you guys
Aaron,
go
that's so
asking
funny.
people at school? Did you go to Ponderosa last night? Because I know I did.
And here's the thing about Bonanza.
Yes, by Phelan. That's exactly
Yes, Bonnie. Yes, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Bonanza, the TV show was called Bonanza. It was the first one in color. It came on Sunday nights in 1964, 65. We ran over to my grandpa's house and boy, we got to watch Bonanza in color because they had a color set. None of us had color sets at that time.
But your grandparents did? That's crazy.
Oh, yes. Anything new Grandpa got. He didn't care. So Ponderosa and Bonanza are the same company. That's what I wondered, Jay, because Bonanza, the TV show, they lived on the Ponderosa. So it's kind of cool. Okay.
Oh,
Nettie kept a tennis racket in her backseat so guys would think she was that big. Yes,
Nettie was the best. She was so funny. She was just, oh my God, you, Nettie, and Linda, just the best little threesome. Someone asked what happened of Nettie. She passed away.
She passed away
far too soon, but she was the freaking best, Nana.
So
you guys,
funny.
the stories. I remember she'd come to my comedy shows when I first started, and she would be in the back, and she had her glass of like white wine or white wine spritzer, and she'd be like, Jill, you did so well. She would get so nervous for me, but then she'd be like, I'm so proud of you, kid. I'm so proud of you.
I
like
know,
she ended up being very successful. She had a beautiful son. She got married. She was going to be a lawyer, but then she became a paralegal, but her husband was a lawyer, I think, right? So
yeah.
So yeah, she had a short life, but she made a big impact. Big impact. She was hilarious. She could have done stand up. She was freaking funny.
She was very funny.
Yeah, she was the original good time girl. You know, Heather Gay's like, I wasn't a good time girl. Nettie was a good time girl, and it was fun.
Yeah,
and beautiful.
Linda and I miss her a lot.
Yeah,
we all miss her. Yes.
She's wonderful. She's wonderful. She's here tonight as we're telling stories about her.
I kind of think she is.
Don't tell that story.
Her birthday's 2 weeks from mine. You were all born in 1954. And we always talk about, were you Saturday's child? Were you that? So I was born on a Saturday, and 2 weeks from then, sure, Nettie was too, December 4th. She was one of our youngest people that we hung around with, So
this year she would be turning
67.
But if she was the youngest.
And she passed. How old am I going to be?
Oh, yeah, because Linda turns, then you turn, then Nettie.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Yeah,
so
she passed in 2012?
She passed in 2012, correct.
Yeah, I remember, because that's when my friend Michelle, they both passed around the same time as each other.
Same time, yes. So when we look at that, is that terrible? Because you think you never... when we look at that, God, was that 9 years ago?
2012 is 9 years ago.
Yeah, 9 years ago. Dear Lord. Okay, Nana, your life reminds me of Fast Times at Ridgemont. I've never seen it. I know one thing about it.
Is it the pool scene?
No, I know one thing about it because on 2.5 Men, he's sitting around and he's saying, this isn't a group. This isn't, a self-help group and stuff. These are just friends getting together. And the people that were there, who was married to Madonna, Sean Penn, he was on there, right? And he played,
he was in Fast Times.
Spumoni or something.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Spagizzi or Spamuji. I don't know. It's something like Spumaj.
Spicoli?
Like Spicoli.
Is it Spicoli?
Nettie was Spicoli, Linda says.
There you go. Exactly. Okay. See, and I don't I should watch this. I would like to watch this. So
Mhm.
because it's already 10 o'clock, you guys, and I have to get up to gamble because I have
Oh,
another
her and
life.
producer Linda. Okay, so no more questions, or we'll only do
We're going to
5
do
more
one more.
questions.
We're just going to do one more for a prize. Okay.
Okay, and then a couple for me and you.
Absolutely.
All right, one more
this is for a
prize, you
prize.
guys.
This is
Get
for a
ready.
prize.
Get ready. All right, Nana. Oh, this is so exciting. Get
Now
ready.
go back in time a little, you guys. This is a wonderful age. This is a great time. Laughing. It's a fabulous show.
Goldie Hawn.
Which Laughing character is associated with this great line? Fair? Sir, we don't have to be fair. We're the phone company.
Oh, I know this one. No. Wait.
Drum roll. Aaron knows it's coming. Aaron knows it's coming. Let's do it again. And you just watch this. You watch the
Okay.
thing, the
I'll
chat
watch
for me.
it.
Okay. Which Laughing character is associated with this great line? Fair? Oh, sir, we don't have to be fair. We're the phone company. Natalie,
Lily
you got it.
Tomlin.
Natalie, you got it. Are
phone
you the first
company
one?
Stuff was so good.
I
Yeah, she's
know.
the first one.
All right, Natalie, please send your address to Joleen at Joleen Reacts so we can get these cards off to you. It might take a little longer, you guys, not that I'm holding back or waiting, but because of the Christmas season coming up and stuff, things are getting a little slowed down.
And because she's holding back and waiting. That's why.
I am not.
There you go. Oh my gosh, Lily Tomlin is a national
The
damn
best.
treasure.
The best. And when we saw her, and speaking of Nettie, that Laughing had all these things like sock it to me, and here come the judge, all these different sayings. So when Nettie's dad was redoing their basement and putting paneling up because we had cement walls back in our basement, we wrote, here come the judge, cool. We'd write lob. We were writing all these things because that's what we called a boy's
What's
penis.
lob?
We called a boy's penis lob.
Why?
Because we didn't know. We were 8th grade,
But,
9th grade.
But where would you get lob from? Like, just, I'm curious. Like, is that?
We heard the boys call their thing a lob in 7th and 8th grade.
Oh,
so we would call it lobs.
Ew, lobs.
And, yeah, it was just sad. So we wrote all this stuff all over. So I would love to go to that house if they ever tore that down and see that because it would still be there.
Nana's going to take a picture next to her dick pics. You drew actual dick pics?
No, we just wrote the word lob. Oh my gosh, no.
I know,
we didn't even know what the one you even looked like. One ringy dingy, yeah, and then she'd stick her finger in there. There she goes.
Yeah.
Stick her finger in her bra. Oh my God, this is the best. Rowan and Martin's Laughing. This was something we never heard before. This was really trendy. It was very like iffy if it was like, are the censors going to go for this?
NBC from 68 to 73. So it was the prime time sketch
best.
comedy show. So it was like pre-SNL.
The best. Oh my God, yes. It was look that up in your Funkin' Wagnalls. Who's saying that? GGF 647. That is hilarious. Because this is the kind of Funkin' Waggle was a dictionary, Funkin' Wagnall. But yeah, look that up in your Funkin' Wagnall. A lob sounds like a tumor or growth.
Yeah, well, that's basically what a wiener is. It's a tumor and a growth, I think.
Sock it to me. And then Richard Nixon was actually on Laughing, and that's what he would say. They want him to say sock it to me, and he messed the line up, but he goes, sock it to me. That's the only time he ever showed any kind of sense of humor that I'm aware of.
Or personality.
There you go.
Nana, have you watched Gracie and Frankie?
I have seen it. I would like to see more of it, but I don't think I have that channel.
Netflix?
No, I don't think I do.
Yeah, you have my login. I signed it all into your stuff.
I don't think
we'll get it when you visit me because Nana will be here next Friday. Nana will be here in beautiful California. Not downtown beautiful Burbank. Like you guys saying in the chat.
It's not, I love that. We're in downtown beautiful Burbank.
Beautiful downtown Burbank.
That show was just everything to me. It was so cool. And they had the dance scenes and Goldie Hawn. I mean, she was just fabulous as she always is. They just had so many wonderful people on there. And
Goldie Hawn's like 75.
Oh my God, she's just
Or something.
fabulous. She's
And
fabulous.
Kate Hudson, her daughter's 41, and she has a 17-year-old son. Her oldest son is 17 already. I'm like, time goes so fast. I can remember when she was pregnant with her.
Well, it does, honey. It
Mm.
really does.
Mhm.
In life, you see that. And, I remember my dad saying, do you think high school was a long time? I go, oh, it took forever. He goes, you ain't seen nothing yet. It's just going
And
to
he
fly.
was right. All right, you can ask me a couple questions and then
Okay.
we'll call it a day and see if I can get any of this. You guys don't help me in the
Okay.
chat. We'll see if I know any. Last time I did not, right, Nan? I only got one right.
What actress played Rhoda Morgenstern, Mary Richards' Jewish, spunky, weight-obsessed, upstairs neighbor on the Mary Tyler Moore Show?
That would be your favorite. And her name, Valerie, not Valerie Bertinelli, but Valerie Harper.
There you go.
Yes.
We like charades too.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Woohoo.
Okay, I love this. I mean, this game just is everything. It's so much fun.
What happened on Mary Tyler Moore show? It was, she was supposed to be in Minneapolis living.
I know. Well, we saw her when they dedicated the statue.
Mm-hmm.
We were supposed to be working, and I went down there, and I got another hat like this, and it was a
You
tam.
never wear it. Not a toque.
No, I never wear it because that's your inheritance until I can sell it.
Oh my gosh, just like the clarinet. Okay. All right. What's the next question, Nana?
I know. I'm looking because some of these are just like, wow.
Oh, I love 9 to 5 too. Working 9 to 5. That was a good movie. What a way to make a living.
It was the best.
Okay. Nana Haru gave her mom and sister that Christmas cactus plant behind you. I bet they love it. Nana loves her bush.
Oh, honey, I love my bush. I mean, raise your hand if you don't love your bush. And if you don't have one, good for you.
Okay. I think she's trying to hook me up with one I know.
No. Why is the product named Zigzags?
Because when you wrap them, you zig and zag. Or when you smoke it, you're like, you walk in zigzags.
No, you're closer before.
When you wrap it, you zig and you zag when you wrap it.
Yep, it describes the back and forth interleafing of the rolling papers. So I would accept that as a win.
Do I know about drugs? Frick yeah, America.
We're so proud. I think I'll wake your dad up for that one. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Give it to us, Nana.
I know.
Give it to us, Nana. I probably don't know like 90%.
What
of those
was
questions.
the best-selling brand of yo-yo during the 1950s?
YOLO yo-yos. Timex.
No, yo-yos. Do you know what yo-yos are?
Yes, you go and you catch them and then you can spin them.
Do you remember the brand name on it?
Can I have a hint?
That's a tough one. I don't know.
What does it start with?
Hint this. It starts with a D.
Dims.
Like if you were finished with something, what would you be?
Done. Dunzos.
Okay.
Done.
Okay. And then I'm drinking out of a
cup. Done cup. Cup done.
No.
Mug.
Done.
Glass.
No, wait. Pop comes in it.
Can. Done can.
Dunkin' yo-yo. There you go. And who had it?
Heinz, Duncan, realification, and Linda got it. And
I love this. It's a Dunkin' yo-yos were
You're
hot.
like, you drink out of a
and I had a gold one and it had sparkles on it. I wish I still had it. But Dunkin' yo-yos, they were hot. Okay, so we're gonna do one more for you, honey.
Okay. One more.
This is such a good one. It's one of my favorite.
What time are you guys leaving for the casino? Real early, 6 a.m.?
In
You
a
gonna get
couple
there?
hours, I'm not going to wipe off my makeup, Linda. I'm going as is.
Oh, Nana.
Stop it. You can do that.
No, you gotta let your face breathe at night.
Linda, I'm not going to let my face breathe.
Keep your
Breathe,
eyebrows
breathe.
on. But
Okay.
Oh, Nana.
Ready?
Oh, Nana. Okay.
Oh, don't worry about me. I've lived this long with
You
going to
can do
bed
what
with
you want, Nana.
know it, understand it. This is good. I mean, and maybe you'll know this. I hope you do.
Okay. I feel pressure.
I don't want you to feel pressure.
Okay. Then I don't feel pressure.
Beginning in the boom era, what holiday became associated with the Jerry Lewis telethon? Beginning in the boom era, what holiday became associated with the Jerry
Christmas.
Lewis telethon?
New Year's.
Jerry Lewis telethon.
New Year's. An actual holiday, a government holiday?
Beginning in the boom era, which holiday became associated? It is a holiday with the Jerry Lewis
Veterans Day.
telethon. We
Labor Day.
are ready. There you go.
Memorial
Bing,
Day.
bing, 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 bing. Labor Day.
Labor Day.
We were
Yes.
ready. I was just going to say we were ready to go back to, and we can see a lot of Labor Days here. We were ready to go back to school.
I was trying not to look at the
And
chat.
That's okay. And we were always watching Jerry Lewis telethon.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. That was a big
Was
deal.
Jerry Lewis a dickhead? I feel like I heard he was a dickhead.
I heard he was. I never met the man. But
neither.
the idea that
I thought for sure you guys hooked up or something.
what was Chris Rock's line? He's getting all this money for MD, muscular dystrophy, and they can't find a cure for it. But Jerry Lewis still has black hair. I don't know. There was something about there was some joke at Chris Rock.
Me and
Remember
you,
that
we
one?
always. I gotta meet Chris Rock one day because I gotta say we always butcher your jokes, sir.
Like crazy.
We do.
crazy.
I just did it last night on Married to Survivor with Chell. I was like, and then Chris Rock used to say this, and I was like, I don't think that was right.
That wasn't it. That wasn't it. All right, one more, and then we're gonna let you guys go
Look
because
what
we
I
just
found.
love this. What
Look
did
what
you
I
find?
found. Okay, that's because I just Googled, is Jerry Lewis a dick? And this came up. Is Jerry Lewis a dick? There have been a lot of internet discussion about his recent interview of Jerry Lewis, a guy who used to fill 21 hours of live television, can't give more than one-word answers. Jerry has his defenders who point to his body of work, which is Indeed, so I guess he maybe did. He simply chose to be a prick, but he's an insufferable crank, for God's sakes. He's done enough interviews to know what he did was asinine, so I guess he just answered one word answer. So I mean, it's subjective. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. His son was on Gary Lewis and the Playboys.
Oh, he was abusive? Oh, God.
Was he?
Oh, God, by Jerry.
Okay, his son was Gary Lewis and the Playboys. What song, Gary Lewis and the Playboys, what song did they make popular? I'm not reading off this. I'm reading
Face
off of...
down, ass up. That's the way we liked it. Was it that one?
No, I'm sorry. No, that was our school cheer. Sorry.
Okay. Can you give me a hint? I don't even know I know Barbie and the Rockers. I don't know Jerry Lewis' son and the time and the rings, the finger, the ring finger.
That was
marriage.
The name of the song that him and
Middle
Gary Lewis and the Playboys.
This magic moment.
No, but that's very good.
Finger. Is this a finger? This ring.
J-O-K. J-O-K, you got
the
it.
The ring didn't mean a thing. The ring didn't mean a thing to you. Kim Zolciak, remember when Candy wrote that song and Kim was like, the ring. And then Candy was like, the ring. And no, she was like, the ring didn't mean a thing to you.
This diamond ring doesn't
shine
for me anymore. Yep, that was Gary Lewis. It's a very good song. It's Gary Lewis and Playboys. And we did, Linda and I did see him at the Minnesota State Fair. Yeah, it was very good. They had the oldies people come on. It was very good.
Heck yeah. This diamond ring. Yeah, Kim could not carry a tune in a bucket. I was just talking to Chell about this. Candy did Kim such a solid by writing her. Candy is a Grammy Award winning artist, songwriter, short for TLC, and she gave Kim Zolciak songs, and Kim didn't even pay her what she was supposed to pay her. it's like, that's going to ruin your friendship. You have no talent. Candy had all the talent. Ugh, don't get me started, guys. Don't get me
This
started.
diamond ring,
Ring
doesn't
doesn't shine for me
anymore. Okay,
The
kids,
ring
we
didn't
still
mean nothing to you.
please come back because look at all these that we have.
The ring.
We have 2 piles like this. It's fabulous. We
The
love that you joined
ring.
us. Thank you so much for all the wonderful things that you had sent me and had said about me about my birthday. This is very cool. Did Gary Lewis and the Playboys also sing Young Girl? They did not.
Young girl, get out
Get
of
out of my
mind.
mind. Yeah, that
My love for
was.
you
All right, I gotta
is way
think.
out. You better run, girl.
Girl, you're much too young, girl.
That's
We
a
saw
better
him.
song.
No, we saw. No, it isn't. We saw.
Well, how
him,
young is she?
and he sang it. We didn't get into it. They sang it. Younger. He sang an operetta at the fair, and it was gross. What's his name? Come on, somebody help me out.
Countess Luann's coming to Treasure Island.
Get out of. I saw that.
My love for you
this is
is
Gary.
way out of-
No, I can't.
Did he say my love for you is way out of line?
Better run, girl. You're much too young, girl. Yes, he did.
That is very disturbing.
We
Sometimes
didn't
when
look
you
at
think-
things like that.
Of
We
course.
didn't.
I look back at, I was told you, I look back at songs I loved and I had no idea what they're talking about. And I was like, oh my God, that's
What was
problematic.
his
Thank you,
name?
Diana Lee.
Oh, Diana Lee, thank you for the super
Okay.
sticker. I'm trying to think of his
So,
Linda.
Guy who
No,
sings
don't
what?
even tell me.
Young girl.
I just heard it today too.
I'm about to be on to catch a predator because I am a dirtbag.
No, honey.
And I
you
need
just-
girls my own age.
Honey, it's a song. Relax.
Kirby. Here's your
Puckett.
hint. Yeah. So it was
Gary Puckett in the Union
Gary
Gap. I
Puckett,
knew it.
yep.
I knew
the
this. And I
Union
just
Gap. He's a union buster too. Oh my
No.
God.
Oh my God. Stop it. Stop it.
No, I
Okay,
used to listen
thank
to like
you,
Too
everyone.
Short nonstop, and the things Too Short said in his song.
Yeah,
like,
Linda,
I don't
thank
know
you.
what
Gary
they're saying.
Puckett. Gary Puckett in Union Gap. I knew this. Happy birthday to me. Thank you, you guys. I love it. Because it's my birthday tomorrow and I love it.
It's
And
her
I'm gonna
birthday.
yep, it's my birthday. Mhm.
Do you know who
Okay.
sings that song? Go Nana. It's your birthday. We're gonna party like it's your birthday. We're gonna sip a cardi like it's your birthday. And, you know, we don't give up because it's your birthday. You can find me in the club. You can find me at TI. Up at a Buffalo
Is it
Machine.
a
with
male or
producers.
female?
It's a male, and his name has money, like it's in reference to money.
50 cents.
50 cent. Pretty good there, Nana. All right,
Thank
you
you.
guys. Thank you so much for joining us and
Thanks,
wishing
you guys.
Nana
I love you. Thank you.
happy
I love
birthday.
you guys. Thank you so much.
And thank you, Realification, for the wonderful gifts from Amazon.
Oh my
and
God.
the adorable new lights. Do you love them?
So many. I love them. I got my lights. They're downstairs by the tree because I love that the way you did it next to your tree too. Love it. So thanks everybody. We'll be getting those cards out to you. And this has been fun. Thanks a lot.
Bye, guys.
If you like what you see,